menginginkan, mengharapkan barakah dan ridho-Mu ya Tuhan, selalu menyertai kami. Ya Allah yang Maha Kudus, yang Maha Tinggi, dengan pelaksanaan kegiatan ini kiranya Engkau dapat melimpahkan pengetahuan dan kekuatan kepada kami, agar tumbuhnya rasa persaudaraan, persatuan yang kokoh di antara kami terjalin dengan sangat baik dan utuh. Ya Allah ya Tuhan kami, Engkau yang Maha Pengampun, ampunilah dosa kami, dosa para pemimpin kami, dosa dan kesalahan kedua orang tua kami. Perkenankanlah doa dan permintaan kami ya Allah, ya Tuhan kami, hanya kepada Engkaulah kami meminta ampunan, memohon pertolongan, kabulkanlah doa kami. Hanya kepadamu lah kami melakukan pengabdian, dan hanya kepadamu lah kami senantiasa meminta tolong. Ya Allah ya Tuhan kami yang Maha Penyayang, hanya rahmat dan kasih sayang-Mu lah sehingga semua aktivitas kami dalam acara ini berjalan dengan sangat lancar. Walaupun menguras tenaga, waktu, pikiran, hari ini kami memulai aktivitas, ya Allah, kami berkumpul di tempat yang sangat berbahagia ini, memanjatkan puji kehadirat-Mu sekaligus meminta ridha-Mu. Berkahilah semua aktivitas yang kami lakukan. Ya Allah, ya Tuhan kami, berkatilah semua aktivitas kami selama mengikuti rangkaian acara ini. Jadikanlah kami, jadikanlah semua ini menjadi amal ibadah yang paling baik untuk senantiasa kami mendekatkan diri kepadamu ya Allah. Untuk itu, tetapkanlah rahmat dan kasih sayang-Mu kepada kami semua ya Allah. Jadikanlah pertemuan ini menjadi pertemuan yang Engkau ridai. Rabbana hablana min azwajina wa dzurriyyatina waj'alna lil muttaqina imama. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azabannar. Walhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi, salam sejahtera. Good morning everyone. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, now in our Zoom meeting have already joined with us. Allow me to extend our warmest welcome to Deputy for Resources and Institution, Ministries of Tourism and Creative Economy of the Republic of Indonesia, Ibu Insinyur Martini Muhammad Paham MBA. Good morning, Ibu. Thank you very much for coming in our Zoom meeting at PkM OSA Batch 14. All right. And also, I would like to welcoming Deputy Assistant for Capacity Development, Human Resource, and Vocational Education, Bapak Andar Danova El Gultom. Welcome to our Zoom meeting at PKM OSA Batch 14. Allow me to continue the agenda, Ibu, Bapak. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, step on the following agenda is the opening by the Chief Executive Committee, Dr. Repta Andi Kusnugroho, SAMSE, AKCMA, the Deans of the Faculties of Economic and Business, Satya Wacana Christian University. The Zoom floor is yours.
Thank you, Santiana. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to deliver my greeting in Bahasa. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Sati Astu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan. Yang saya hormati Prof. Dr. Muhammad Saim selaku Presiden dari ADPI. Yang saya hormati Ibu Insinyur Martini Muhammad Paham MBA selaku Deputi Sumber Daya dan Institusi Menteri Kementerian Pariwisata dan Ekonomi Kreatif Republik Indonesia. Yang saya hormati Profesor Dr. H. Syafrinaldi MCL selaku Advisory Board of ADPI Riau. Yang saya hormati Dr. Andes Ida Bagus Putu Puja, STM Kes, selaku Advisory Board of ADPI Bali, dan juga yang saya hormati Dr. Nelly Eskom, MMO CSCC, selaku Advisory Board of ADPI DKI Jakarta, kemudian para keynote speech, dan juga para perwakilan dari negara-negara sahabat yang bertemu pada pagi hari ini. Selaku dekan dari Fakultas Ekonomika dan Bisnis Universitas Satya Wacana, saya mengucapkan terima kasih untuk kepercayaan yang diberikan kepada kami untuk ikut menjadi salah satu penyelenggara pengabdian masyarakat internasional, dan kami menyambut baik kegiatan ini karena bagi kami di era yang saat ini kita tidak bisa lagi berjalan sendiri-sendiri, tetapi kita harus berkolaborasi dengan berbagai pihak untuk berkembang dan maju bersama. Kalau dilihat dari tema yang akan diangkat, yaitu digital communication transformasi, menurut kami ini adalah satu kebutuhan, apalagi yang bagi kita di dunia pendidikan tinggi, karena ada dua sisi yang harus kita sikapi, yaitu sisi positif dan negatif. Kami di Universitas Kristen Satya Wacana sedang menggumuli hal ini juga, Bapak Ibu, agar jangan sampai perkembangan teknologi informasi ini kemudian nantinya justru menjadi pembodohan atau menurunkan kualitas kita dalam proses pembelajaran di perguruan tinggi. Harapannya melalui kegiatan ini kita semua dapat dibekali dan dapat diberi wawasan yang baik terkait dengan bagaimana memanfaatkan digital communication di dalam interaksi kita, baik di dunia praktisi maupun di dunia akademik. Uh, Kami mengucapkan terima kasih untuk kepercayaan yang diberikan dan kami berharap semua kegiatan yang akan dilakukan baik hari ini maupun besok lusa itu dapat berjalan dengan baik. Akhir kata, saya mengucapkan terima kasih untuk kepercayaan yang diberikan dan semoga semua sukses. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Satyatu, Namo Buddhaya, salam kebajikan.
All right, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, the next agenda is the opening speeches. For the first opening speech will be delivered by the President of the Associations of Community Service Lecturers of Indonesia, Bapak Profesor Dr. M. Zaim M. Hum. And before delivering his speech, I would like to read his short biography. Professor Dr. M. Zaim M. Hum is the youngest professor at Padang State University who was appointed as a professor when he was 42 years old. He got the master's degree from the Universities of Indonesia and doctorate degree from the University of Tasmania, Australia. Most of his research is in linguistic and language education, especially English. He has served as head of the education office in Padang Panjang, head of LPMP West Sumatra, and the deans of the faculties of language and art at UNP for 2 terms. Currently, he is the head of doctoral program in language teaching science at UNP. He actively writes scientific books, formulate public policy in West Sumatra, and serve as a keynote speaker at national and international conference. He also received the competitive grant research fund from the Ministries of Research, Technology, and Higher Education. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite the presidents of the Associations of Community Service Lecturers of Indonesia, the Honorable Bapak Profesor Dr. M. Zaim M. Hum. The Zoom floor is yours.
Thank you, Bu Santiana. Can you hear my voice?
Pretty clear and loud.
Okay, thank you very much. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Good
wabarakatuh.
morning, everyone. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmain. Your Excellency, the Minister of Tourism and Creative Economy Republik Indonesia, represented by Ibu Insinyur Martini Muhammad Paham MBA, Deputy for Resources and Institution, Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy Republik Indonesia. Honorable Associate Professor Dr. Badrul Hisam Yahya, Deputy Director and Research Network at Advanced Medical and Dental Institute, University Science Malaysia. Bapak Yefta Nugraha from Universitas Satya Wacana, Professor Dr. Haji Safrinaldi MCL, Rector of Universitas Islam Riau, and also Advisory Board of ADPI Riau, Dr. Andes Ida Bagus Putu Puja MKes, Director of Polytechnic Pariwisata Bali, Professor Dr. Juneman Abraham SPSI MSI, Vice Rector of Research and Technology Transfer, Binus University. Distinguished the keynote speakers, plenary speakers, ADPI committee, and members, ladies and gentlemen. Let us praise Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala for all the blessing given to us so that we can gather here virtually in this great seminar. May Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala grant us with health and strength. Amin ya Rabbal Alamin. Ladies and gentlemen, the Association of Indonesian Community Lecturers, we usually call Asosiasi Dosen Pengabdian Masyarakat Indonesia, or ADPI, is a professional organization whose members are spread across 34 provinces in Indonesia with various expertise related to the scientific field they are involved in higher education. ADPI has an extensive network with various universities in Indonesia, both state and private universities, and also local government and various business and industrial sectors to collaborate in carrying out research and community service activities as a form of concern for higher education lecturers on the development of science, technology, and phenomena that occur in people's life in Indonesia. ADPI also has network with international researchers and community services lecturers from Australia, Malaysia, India, Portugal, Russian Federation, Egypt, Kosovo, Oman, Iraq, Philippines, United Kingdom, Macedonia, Turkey, Nigeria, and Mexico. ADPI is a unifying association in community service activities and improving the professionalism of lecturers. Established on 27 October 2017, ADPI's vision is to become the largest association in Southeast Asia in the field of dedication and improvement of lecturer professionalism based on faith and devotion to God Almighty. Until now, ADPI's membership has spread from Aceh to Papua, with the central in Padang and regional management in every provinces in Indonesia. All ADPI members are lecturers from various fields of science that are relevant to the need of the life in Indonesia people, state, and nation. All the ADPI members are experts who understand the problem faced by the nation and state and try to find solutions to the problem they face. Lecturers at various universities are ones who always participate and play an active role in the development of science, technology, and art, as well as changes in social and cultural phenomena in various aspects and people's life. Ladies and gentlemen, the theme for the seminar today is digital communication transformation in the 5.0 society era, embracing a connected and intelligent future. I think this is very relevant to the purpose of research and community service activities by universities. The concept of digital communication transformation in the context of Society 5.0 is a compelling vision for the future, where technology, connectivity, and human interaction come together in an intelligent and harmonious way. Society 5.0, often described as a super smart society, is a step beyond the Industrial Revolution and focuses on integrating cutting-edge technologies such as AI, artificial intelligence, IoT, Internet of Things, big data, and robotics into all aspects of life, including communication. Society 5.0, first coined in Japan, envision a future where human-centric smart technology enhance the quality of life for individuals while addressing social issues like aging population, urbanization, and environmental sustainability. It is a holistic approach where technology is deeply embedded into society, not just for efficiency, but also for social well-being, the mission of the community services of Lecturer of Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen, there are at least 4 benefits of digital communication in Society 5.0. The first one is related to efficiency and accessibility. With artificial intelligence powered system, communication will be faster, more efficient, and accessible to everyone, including those with disabilities. For example, speech-to-text system or artificial intelligence interpreters can break down language barriers in a real time. The second one is related to collaboration and innovation. The digital transformation enable more seamless collaboration across border and disciplines. Virtual meeting, such as what we are doing now, with full collaboration tool, data sharing capabilities, and decision-making in real time will foster innovation. The third one is related to sustainability. Data-driven communication can also help create more sustainable societies by efficiently managing resources such as energy, transport, and waste through real-time communication between devices and the system. The last is related to inclusion. By integrating smart technology that adapt to the need of individual, Society 5.0 can provide more inclusive communication environment. For example, augmented communication tool can support people with diverse linguistic and cognitive or physical challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, while the future of digital communication in society is promising, it is not without its challenges. At least there are 3 challenges. The first one is related to digital divide. Not everyone will have access to these technologies equally, potentially exacerbating inequality. The second one is related to privacy and ethical concern. With the rise of smart data, artificial intelligence, and connected devices, issues related to privacy, data ownership, and the ethical use of artificial intelligence will need to be carefully managed. And the third one is cybersecurity. Increased connectivity make system more vulnerable to cyber attack. Stronger cybersecurity will be necessary to safeguard personal and public data. Ladies and gentlemen, in embracing a connected and intelligent future, we are not just talking about making communication more efficient, but also transforming how we engage with the world and each other. Society 5.0 is a vision of the world where technologies serve humanity, creating a more sustainable, inclusive, and innovative global community. This digital transformation has the potential to radically shift not just how we communicate, but also how we experience life, work, and society in ways that were previously unimaginable. The key will be ensuring that this transformation is done thoughtfully with a focus on human well-being, equity, and ethical responsibility. Ladies and gentlemen, as the president of the Association of Indonesian Community Service Lecturers, I would like to thank Ibu Insinyur Martini Muhammad Paham MBA, the Deputy for Resources and Institution, Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy, Republik Indonesia. And we also express our gratitude to the keynote and the plenary speakers who have taken the time to deliver their presentation at this conference. Furthermore, we would like to express our gratitude to the conference organizing committee, the Association of Community Service Lecturers of Indonesia, in collaboration with Universitas Kristen Satyawacana, Universitas Jayabaya, STIE Aprin Palembang, IAIKI Indralaya, STIE Pari Semarang, Universitas Islam Riau, Politeknik Pelayaran Sorong, and also PT Antoni Teknika Sigma Well and Cipta Talenta Exponential Corporation that have prepared and organized this conference. Hopefully, this conference will be useful for all of us. To Your Excellency, Ibu Insinyur Martini Muhammad Paham MBA, the Deputy for Resources and Institution, Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy, Republic Indonesia, we hope that her willingness to give forward speech. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, by saying Basmalah, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, I officially open the International Multidisciplinary Community Service Science Series, Batch 14, with the theme Digital Communication Transformation in the 5.0 Society Era, Embracing Connected and Intelligent Future. Thank you very much. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much for your welcoming speech and opening the agenda. Ladies and gentlemen, the second opening speech will be delivered by Deputy for Resources and Institutions, Ministers of Tourism of Republic of Indonesia. And before she delivers her speech, allow me to read her short biography. Insinyur Martini Muhammad Paham MBA, commonly called by her nickname Ibu Diah Paham or Budiah, is graduated from Bandung Institute of Technology. She started her career at the Department of Tourism, Post and Telecommunication, Deparpostel, in 1994. After graduating with a Master in Business Administration from Monash University, Diah Paham was trusted to hold various positions to develop, plan, and promote Indonesian tourism, both nationally and internationally. After carrying out duties in various work units, Diah Paham was appointed as Assistant Deputy for Strategy and Marketing Communication 2, Directors of Marketing Communication, PLT, Directors of Domestic Tourism Marketing, and Directors of Institutional Relation. Finally, she was inaugurated by the Ministers of Tourism and Creative Economy, head of the Tourism and Creative Economy Agency as Deputy for Resources and Institutions of Ministries of Tourism of the Republic of Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, let's invite with warmest welcome the Honorable Ibu Insinyur Diah MBA. Please, Ibu.
Terima kasih Ibu Eva Santiana. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Swastiastu, Salam Nama Budaya. Good morning to everyone. And first of all, I would like to extend my heartfelt appreciation to the distinguished officials and guests in attendance. Professor Dr. Zaim M. Hum, President of the Association of Community Service Lecturers of Indonesia. Profesor Dr. Safri Rinaldi, MCL, Rector of Universitas Islam Riau and Advisory Board of IDPI Riau, Bapak Yeta Nugroho, Dean of Faculty of Economic and Business, Satya Wacana Christian University, my dearest colleague, Dr. Andes Ida Bagus Putu Puja, MKS Director of Tourism Polytechnic Bali, and also Pak Andar Danova Gultom, Dr. Andar Danova Gultom, Director of Tourism Human Capital Development and Vocational Education, Ministry of Tourism, Dr. Nelly Eskom, MM, CSC, Rector of Bina Nusantara University and Advisory Board of ADPI DKI Jakarta, all distinguished speakers, also esteemed participants. Good morning, everyone. It is both an honor and privilege for me to welcome you all to the PkM online series Asosiasi Dosen PkM Indonesia or PkM OSA Batch 14, held under the theme Digital Communication Transformation in the 5.0 Society Era, Embracing a Connected and Intelligent Future. I stand before you today on behalf of the Honorable Minister of Tourism, Ibu Widi, who unfortunately cannot be with us today due to a scheduling conflict with another important engagement. However, she has expressed her sincere gratitude for your participation in this event, and she fully supports the crucial conversation that will unfold throughout this series. Bapak Ibu semua, ladies and gentlemen, as we move further into the 5.0 society era, we are presented with a unique opportunity to redefine the way we communicate, collaborate, and innovate. In a world where digital technologies are rapidly evolving, it is essential that we must keep up with these changes and actively embrace them to create more connected, intelligent, and sustainable futures. This is especially true for the tourism sectors, where digital transformation can open new doors for creativity, marketing, and engagement. Tridharma Perguruan Tinggi, which encompasses education, research, and community services, play a very important role in shaping the future of Indonesia human resources. It is essential that the research and community services activities conducted by university faculty members to produce high-quality academic outputs and generate tangible outcomes that directly contribute to the improvement of human capital. These efforts must be aligned with the broader objectives of the Sustainable Development Goals, or we know as SDG, ensuring that they address pressing societal challenges while fostering sustainable development. By focusing on impactful research and meaningful community engagement, we can empower individuals, enhance local community, and contribute to the advancement of Indonesia's economy and well-being in sustainable manner. However, in today's rapidly evolving landscape, lecturers and institutions face a variety of challenges when it comes to conducting research and community service. One significant challenge is the limited access to funding and resources, which often hinders the ability to undertake large-scale, high-impact projects. Additionally, the pace of technology change and growing needs for interdisciplinary approaches require faculty members to constantly update their knowledge and skill. Another critical challenge lies in the changing dynamics of society, where faculty must adapt their research and community engagement to meet the evolving needs of the population. The last pandemic, for instance, highlighted the necessity of incorporating digital tools and methods into research and community services activities. But these transitions also pose significant hurdles for many institutions and their staff. Ladies and gentlemen, Bapak Ibu semua, to address these challenges, it is imperative for lecturers to cultivate a mindset of innovation and productivity, embracing new ways of conducting research and serving their communities. One key aspect of this is the ability to leverage digital platforms, which have become increasingly indispensable in today's academic and social landscape. By utilizing digital tools and technologies, faculty members can enhance their effectiveness and reach of their research and community service initiatives. These platforms allow for greater collaboration, wider dissemination of knowledge, and more efficient engagement with local community. As we move further into digital era, it is essential that universities provide the necessary support and infrastructure for the faculty to embrace these tools by ensuring that the Tridharma Perguruan Tinggi can continue to contribute the development of human resources and sustainable societal progress. As mentioned previously by Professor Zaim, collaboration has become an essential strategy in overcoming challenges and in the current era. In an increasingly interconnected world, neither institutional nor individual can address complex issues in isolation. Effective collaboration can take many forms between different academic programs across university and even on a global scale. Furthermore, interdisciplinary collaboration within university can help bridge the gaps between various fields of expertise, foster innovation, and more holistic solution to societal problems. In addition, international collaboration provide opportunity for knowledge exchange, shared resources, and joint efforts to tackle global challenges. By working together, whether locally or globally, we can leverage diverse perspectives, enhance the quality of research, and maximize the impact of community service initiative, which ultimately driving progress and sustainable development. As we gather here today, my sincere hope that the entire academic community present today can contribute to the transformation of Indonesia into a nation with a highly competent and exceptional workforce. Through innovative research and impactful community service, we have the opportunity to develop knowledgeable human resources that are capable of adapting to the dynamic needs of our society. By focusing on quality research that addresses real-world issues and engaging in community service that uplifts and empower individuals, we can create a strong
I'm very sorry, Ibu Dia. I cannot hear your voice clearly. Is another audience hear something? I do think the internet connections of Ibu Dia have a trouble. So please wait a patient.
My apology. I'm so sorry. I think I missed in action.
All
But
right,
just
Ibu Dia.
I'll
Okay.
just thrown out to another space. Okay. So
Sure.
let me
You can
continue.
continue. Yes, please.
So in conclusion, the journey towards creating a competent and advanced Indonesia relies heavily on our collective effort in research, community service, and collaboration. So as we continue to embrace the principle of Three Dharma Perguruan Tinggi, it is crucial that we are not only focusing on advancing knowledge, but also on its application to improve society and empower in next generation. I'm confident that through collaboration within our institution, across disciplines, and within the global community, we will achieve the vision of prosperous and sustainable Indonesia. Let us remain committed to these shared goals, ensuring that our contribution today pave a way for a brighter future for all Indonesia. Last, I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to all those who made this event possible. A heartfelt thank you to our distinguished speakers for sharing their invaluable insight, to all participants for their active engagement, and also to ADPI for the exceptional support in organizing this event. Your contribution have been instrumental in making this gathering today a success, and we truly appreciate your commitment and dedication. Let us continue to collaborate and work towards further advancing for our shared goals. Terima kasih. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much, Budia, MBA. On
Sama-sama.
behalf of the organizing committee, we really extend our deepest gratitude for your invaluable presence and for delivering the opening speech at the PkM OSA Batch 14. And your insightful word and also support have greatly enriched our program and inspires all participants, Ibu. All right, Ibu, since we have a time, I will open Q&A session if you don't mind with Professor Zaim also. Okay, wait a minute. I try to looking for the participants who all have already writing the question here. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Since I have notification in my WhatsApp group and she want to what's that, deliver the questions. Mohon izin Ibu untuk membacakannya. Wait a minute. Okay. Ibu, right. So here, what's that? Okay. So, Ibu, if we want to propose cooperation with the ministries of what's that? Kemenpar, yeah, in organizing international conference abroad, for example, maybe it will be held in every years. So, what should we do for the first time? What step we have to do to apply that event?
Okay, so I can directly answer now, give
Yes,
respond now.
yes, please, Ibu.
Okay, so thank you so much for the question, because it's really relate with we've been discussing, and also what has been said by Professor Zaim in regard to collaboration. So of course that today we cannot work alone, so we have to collaborate if we want to have the program. And if you have the program, have a proposal to deliver program, especially the international program, we have a special unit who is in charge for we call it MICE, Meeting Incentive Conference and Exhibition. Is the unit that specialize in providing collaboration and facility for those who want to help this kind of event, either it's meeting and MICE and etc. But of course, we have to understand what is the goals of the meeting, so can be in line with the program of our ministry, which is today we focus not only on education, but also there are several programs that we want to focus on. First is the wellness tourism, gastronomy tourism or culinary tourism, as well as the marine tourism. But of course, if you have any other topics that you want to collaborate, we are really open and we would love to discuss further. And I think that Ibu Santiana, you have the contact of our team. So I will contact you or anyone who wants to have the proposal for the collaboration to also engage with our team. And in the 15 to 16 April this year, We're going to have the thematic forum. This is under the UN Tourism coordination, and we will give you more update information about that. It is we will try to have it online because we have it in offline mode, but we love to have it online. So we'll give the wider opportunity for every one of us to join the conference. But we will give the more update information after we have the published information from the UN Tourism. Terima kasih Ibu, terima kasih teman-teman semua.
Baik, it's very wonderful answer for us, which is this is really inspiring us to yes to give that challenge by you, and we hope we can also join your conference, Ibu, in the next event, yeah, in April. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you have another question delivered to Ibu Dia or Prof. Zaim, please do not be hesitate to deliver directly, or you can also type in the chat box.
Okay, I can read from
Okay,
the
yes,
box what is the next agenda of Ministry
Oke,
of
Pak
Tourism
Firly ya.
regarding
yes, okay.
Pak Firly, mohon izin bertanya kepada Prof. Zaim, apakah ADPI bisa membuat
Bisa,
pengabdian desa
bisa
wisata?
wisata.
Apakah bisa
Okay,
juga berkolaborasi dengan ya kemana
menarik
Rekraf?
rekap. Sekarang
Oke, sangat
kementeriannya
mungkin sekali Pak.
berubah.
Ya,
Ya, ya.
dengan Kementerian Pariwisata ya. Ya. Saya kira sangat mungkin, Pak. Jadi kata kuncinya itu pada collaboration tadi ya. Kita memang harus berkolaborasi untuk menyelesaikan suatu persoalan. Desa wisata itu tidak hanya bisa diselesaikan oleh satu multidisiplin, satu keilmuan, tapi harus diselesaikan secara bersama ya. Kita harus selesaikan dari sisi infrastrukturnya. Ini tentu memerlukan orang-orang teknik ya. Kita harus bina masyarakatnya. Tentu ini dari masalah sosial ya. Kita bina kemampuan bahasanya. Ini mungkin orang-orang bahasa ya. Jadi memang pembinaan suatu desa itu harus dikerjakan bersama. Saya yakin kalau ada ADPI mengusulkan suatu desa yang akan dijadikan sebagai eh, objek sasaran yang akan dibina, saya yakin Kementerian Pariwisata akan sangat membantu untuk ini ya. Ya Bu Deputi ya. Saya kira seperti itu Pak Firly ya.
Ya. Boleh izin menambahkan Profesor Jaim
Silakan Ibu,
untuk
silakan
Ya
Ibu.
program
silakan.
desa wisata. Baik, Ibu Bapak semua, kami punya program pengembangan desa wisata. Kebetulan ada deputi yang in charge khusus untuk pengembangan desa wisata tersebut. Dan apa program yang dilakukan? Seperti yang selalu kami lakukan adalah tentunya fokus di capacity building. Karena kami ingin menyiapkan teman-teman di desa wisata, khususnya masyarakat, untuk bisa siap menjadi tuan rumah ketika mereka menerima wisatawan. Tapi selain dari itu, ada isu yang belakangan ini berkembang, ada terkait dengan kebersihan. Jadi tahun ini mungkin Bapak Ibu juga sudah melihat di publikasi kami, di medsos kami, bahwa salah satu fokus yang akan kita lakukan di desa wisata adalah gerakan wisata bersih. Jadi ini sesuai dengan nilai-nilai yang sudah kami angkat sejak COVID, yaitu CHSE, ada cleanliness, health, safety, and environmental sustainability. Kami fokuskan di gerakan wisata bersih. Kenapa? Karena memang hal ini adalah hal yang sangat basic dan fundamental. Dan sayangnya apa namanya kebersihan di wisata ini masih harus tentu ditingkatkan. Sebetulnya tidak hanya karena kebiasaan masyarakat lokal yang harus disadarkan akan pentingnya kebersihan, bagaimana mengelola sampah dan apa namanya food waste, food loss seperti itu. Tapi juga kita harus mengedukasi para wisatawan ketika datang ke suatu tempat untuk bisa menjadi wisatawan bertanggung jawab. Karena kebersihan itu sebetulnya juga adalah bertanggung jawab dari kita semua. Jadi kalau Ibu Bapak bertanya bagaimana cara berkolaborasinya, sangat banyak Bapak Ibu. Tentunya karena fokus yang sekarang adalah gerakan wisata bersih, namun banyak sekali peluang untuk kita bekerja sama mengembangkan desa. Nah, di tahun lalu kami juga sudah bekerja kolaborasi dengan teman-teman di desa wisata untuk juga bisa mengenalkan bagaimana bertransformasi ke digital platform, karena kami ingin mengenalkan agar mereka juga hadir dan bisa mempromosikan desa wisatanya dengan lebih luas. Selain itu juga kami memberikan beberapa capacity building dalam bentuk entrepreneurship, di mana mengenalkan mereka untuk mengetahui bagaimana mengembangkan bisnis, bagaimana mendapatkan akses to funding. Kami bekerja sama juga dengan BI, juga bekerja sama dengan Kemendes untuk bisa melalui BUMDesnya untuk bisa menyalurkan bantuan-bantuan pemerintah agar bisa dimanfaatkan secara proper oleh masyarakat desa. Karena banyak sekali orang-orang yang seperti swasta melalui program CSR-nya, mereka memberi bantuan, tapi kemudian teman-teman di desa wisata ini juga belum terlalu memahami bagaimana cara mempertanggungjawabkannya secara administrasi. Dan ini sangat diperlukan karena akuntabilitas dalam pemberian bantuan juga sangat penting. Karena itu juga kami memberikan pemahaman kepada teman-teman di desa wisata untuk bisa mengetahui bagaimana membuat pelaporan, khususnya pelaporan keuangan, agar mereka bisa bankable, mereka bisa men-scale up perusahaan mereka, dan mereka bisa mendapatkan akses kepada funding yang lebih lebih mudah. Dan Bapak Ibu semua, kalau Bapak Ibu ini sebenarnya sangat tepat dengan asosiasi Bapak Ibu, yaitu Community Services. Tercatat di Indonesia ada 6.057 desa wisata. Dan ini tersebar di seluruh Indonesia. Tentunya kami sangat mohon perkenan, bantuan, kolaborasi Bapak Ibu semua untuk sama-sama bisa mengembangkan desa wisata. Pengembangan desa wisata ini juga sesuai dengan kita untuk bisa mengenalkan lesser known destination. Karena selama ini orang tertumpuk di beberapa kota-kota besar, di beberapa sentral-sentral dari aktivitas pariwisata. Nah, ini kita perlu menyebarkan, tidak hanya untuk menyebarkan crowdness-nya, apa namanya, apa namanya, ininya, visitor manajemennya, tapi tentunya adalah untuk menyebarkan peluang untuk memperoleh manfaat ekonomi yang lebih luas bagi masyarakat Indonesia. Karena itu mari kita bantu, kita punya 6.000 lebih desa wisata yang bisa kita kolaborasikan. Terima kasih.
All right, thank you, Ibu. We have still a question here. Ibu Yosa, are you there? Katanya mau berbicara secara langsung kepada Ibu dan menayangkan beberapa apa namanya aktivitas ADPI ya. Silakan Bu Yosa, Ibu Dokter Yosa.
Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Mohon izin bertanya,
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
ya ada kendala teknis sedikit, jadi bisa nyelek pakai handphone. Um, Salam kenal Ibu Deputi, saya Yosa Nuvia dari Asosiasi Dosen PkM Indonesia. Kebetulan Alhamdulillah dipercaya untuk mengkoordinir semua program ADPI untuk saat ini. Mohon izin untuk Ketua Umum ADPI, Presiden ADPI, Prof. Zem, untuk membicarakan ada kerjasama dengan Kemenpar saat ini. Kita dari asosiasi sudah menjalankan PkM OSA internasional baik tingkat daerah ya dan beberapa di negara tapi live Zoom. Kemudian untuk 2025 ini insya Allah kita akan laksanakan PkM offline itu di Malaysia Ibu. Jadi pertanyaannya tadi saya sangat tertarik sekali dengan desa wisata yang seperti Ibu Deputi jelaskan. Mungkin kita sebagai asosiasi dosen yang fokus ke bidang pengabdian, kita sangat butuh eh, apa objek-objek yang dapat kita jadikan tempat untuk menyelenggarakan PkM offline gitu. Apa kira-kira bisa kita bersama dengan Kemenpar dalam melaksanakan PkM offline nasional di Indonesia di seluruh wilayah Indonesia seperti desa wisata yang seperti Ibu paparkan, dan kemudian kemarin ada beberapa negara khususnya Malaysia Universitas UPM sama ada beberapa negara university yang di Malaysia juga ingin ke Indonesia. Mereka ingin melaksanakan PKM juga membawa mahasiswa mereka ke Indonesia. Tapi kita waktu itu belum ada program yang bisa mengundang mereka cocok tidaknya uh, untuk kegiatan ini. Jadi kami mohon arahnya bagaimana baiknya untuk menyambut para PKM peserta PKM luar negeri ini di Indonesia. Begitu kira-kira Ibu Deputi. Terima kasih Ibu Dia. Terima kasih Mbak Teteh. Saya kembalikan kepada Teteh. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam
wabarakatuh.
warahmatullahi
Terima kasih
wabarakatuh.
Ibu Dr. Yosa. Ibu Dia, would you please?
Oke, terima
Oke.
kasih. Yang saya perlukan pertama adalah nomor kontak Ibu Yosa, karena saya butuh banget untuk bisa koordinasi lebih lanjut dengan Ibu
Iya,
Yosa.
baik,
Dan
baik Ibu.
terima kasih
Terima
sekali Ibu.
kasih.
Eh, Banyak sekali peluang yang bisa kita kerjasamakan karena saya yakin dengan ekspertis yang Bapak Ibu miliki. Jadi kita win-win ya Bu. Sebetulnya Ibu punya program di Dharma, salah satunya adalah community services, dan kami juga punya teman-teman yang perlu didampingi, perlu untuk di apa namanya di upskillingkan pemahaman mereka terkait dengan apapun. Salah satunya tentu saja yang paling basic untuk teman-teman desa wisata adalah bahasa Ibu. Jadi kalau misalnya Bapak Ibu yang punya expertise di bidang komunikasi, di bidang bahasa, teman-teman kami ini sangat butuh untuk bisa dibantu. Selain itu juga banyak sekali Ibu, entrepreneurship juga diperlukan, dan ketika kita bicara ke desa wisata itu macam-macam sekali isu yang ada, tidak hanya isu kelembagaan tapi juga dari jenis atraksinya itu sangat beragam. Yang satu sangat rely on di apa namanya cultural asset kebudayaan, satu lagi ya hanya rely on di aspek yang sangat terkait dengan nature. Tentu ini perlu penanganan yang berbeda. Teman-teman yang mungkin ada di planologi, teman-teman arsitek juga bisa membantu teman-teman di desa wisata ini. Dan yang kemarin ketika kami masih satu keluarga dengan ekonomi kreatif, ini juga banyak hal yang bisa dikembangkan karena banyak teman-teman yang di desa wisata ini tidak bisa mengembangkan apa namanya bahan baku yang mereka miliki sendiri. Nah, ini sebenarnya sangat relevan dengan program Pak Jokowi, mohon maaf, Pak Prabowo, yaitu Food Resiliency, di mana teman-teman di desa wisata mengembangkan makanan dan bisa dijual sebagai bisnis sesuai dengan kemampuan bahan baku yang ada di tempat mereka. Ini sangat penting untuk bisa kita lakukan dan tentunya kami tidak bisa bekerja sendiri, kami harus bekerja sama dan bergandengan dengan Ibu Bapak semua. Jadi Ibu Yosa, mohon izin nanti saya minta nomor telepon Ibu untuk kita kontakkan dengan koordinator yang melakukan pemberdayaan masyarakat di desa wisata. Terima kasih Bu Yosa.
Baik, terima kasih.
Alhamdulillah.
Jadi, mohon izin Ibu mungkin ada tambahan dari Prof. Zem selaku Ketua Umum. Mungkin gimana Prof arahannya gitu. Silahkan Prof. Zem.
Ya, saya kira sudah cukup sampaikan lebih biasa tadi ya. Jadi artinya kita memang akan mengembangkan upaya kita untuk melakukan pengabdian masyarakat antar negara karena kita punya beberapa counterpart ya, beberapa expert yang juga bisa membantu kita di negara-negara yang kita maksudnya. Jadi ke depan mungkin Yosa bisa komunikasi lebih intens dengan Bu Dia, ya Bu Fahmi, untuk merealisasikan agar kita bisa juga difasilitasi oleh atase pendidikan di negara yang dituju ya, untuk melaksanakan kegiatan-kegiatan kita ini. Barangkali itu aja Bu. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih Prof. Baik Ibu Deputi, Insya Allah Yosa sudah berkoordinasi dengan Mbak Karina. Nanti nomornya akan kita berikan kepada Mbak Karina. Terima kasih Ibu, terima kasih Prof.
Baik,
Ya, saya udah dapat nomor
Alhamdulillah.
teleponnya Mbak Yosa. Sudah dapat ada saya berikan teks Bu Yosa. Terima kasih Bu Yosa.
Oh ya, terima kasih Ibu.
Baik,
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillahirrahmanirrahim ya. Gayung bersambut, Alhamdulillah. Mudah-mudahan ke depan ADPI semakin maju juga dengan bimbingan dari Deputy for Resources and Institution ya dari Ministry of Tourism of Republik Indonesia. Baik, since our time is very limited, so we would like to formally present our tokens of appreciation to the esteemed Deputy for Resources and Institutions of Ministries of Tourism of Republik Indonesia. We would like to express our sincere gratitude to Ibu Dia, the community. Please give the token of appreciation to Ibu Dia. All right, and also to Prof. Zaim Amhon.
Terima kasih.
Alright. Thank you very much, Ibu, for your kinds of support. Sukses selalu, Ibu.
Amin, sukses buat kita semua. Terima kasih.
Thank.
Ya, makasih
Ya.
Bu Deputi. Santiana.
Sama-sama, Bapak.
Baik, terima kasih banyak.
Ya, terima kasih Prof. Terima kasih Ibu.
Sami-sami.
All right. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, let's continue our session, which is the welcoming speeches. I would love to invite the Honorable Rectors of Universitas Islam Riau and the advisory boards of ADPI Riau. Bapak Profesor Dr. Haji Saprinaldi, MCL, the Zoom role is yours.
Oke, thank you Ibu Eva Santiana, as a moderator. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. And very good morning to everyone. The Honorable, the Chairman or the President of IDPI, Professor M. Zaim, and all the plenary speakers this morning. Really, I'm very happy to be here to give a welcome speech in these special occasions. So I am a rector of Universitas Islam Riau. In this opportunity, I would like to welcome you all in this event. It is very useful for us as a docent, as a lecturer, as a professors to be engaged in community services, one of the three dharma of higher education in Indonesia. And I think in other campuses in abroad also applies the regulations as we do in Indonesia. I would like to share my experience. May I share the documents?
Do you need any help, Prof?
Yes, I want to share my PPT,
All
please.
right. The committee, please allow Professor to share the PPT.
But I cannot do it.
All right. The committee, would you please make the Professor Saprinaldi be co-host so he can share his
Yes.
own PowerPoint? Okay. You can share your PPT, Prof, please.
Just a moment. Oh, sorry, I cannot do it.
Maybe you can send with us your PowerPoint so we can also help you to share your PPT. You can send it in the chat box and then we can share to you your PPT.
Oh, sorry, so sorry, Ibu Eva.
Is it
Yeah.
a trouble,
Yeah,
Prof?
I have trouble. Okay, anyway, I'll continue my speech.
Sure.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I have experience for this event that we did last year in collaboration, big collaborations. A pilot project made by LL Dikti Wilayah 4 in Bandung, Jawa Barat. The project called Pengabdian pada Masyarakat Internasional Nusantara. It's a kind of activities for social community services held by the universities and higher educations in West Java. And they appointed our university, Universitas Islam Riau, as a co-host. And we elect then our Desa Binaan Pulau Gadang is located in Kampar Regency, Riau province. It's very interesting to share this moment that a number of campuses in Jawa Barat, let's say Universitas Islam Bandung, Universitas Islam Nusantara, and FKIP Siliwangi. The three campuses send the students for community services in Desa Pulau Godang. Our university, as a co-host, also sent a number of students there. And they stay there for 4 months. In 4 months, they are doing so many activities. And Desa Pulau Godang is one of Desa Binaan, which is very, very famous for tourism. They have many tourism places and very known in Riau at least, or in Sumatra. But we have a challenges in the future to make this Desa Pulau Godang more successful in engaging in tourism. It's therefore we advise for IDPI, Professor Zaim, not only collaborating with the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy, but also we have to be engaged with the other department or ministry. Let's say Ministry of Justice, Ministry of Trade, and others. The other thing that I would like to share here, our experience in community services in IPR, intellectual property right. Especially, we give special attention to UMKM, the small and micro businesses in Pekanbaru Riau. They have so many problems regarding the digital economy, digital business. As we know that IPR consists of many areas, which is multidisciplinary. And one of them is trademark. It is not easy for them to register the trademarks. And therefore, as I mentioned, ADPI should also collaborate with Ministry of Justice so that they can help this UMKM to register the trademarks. Most of the UMKM in Riau province, where we are collaborating also with Dinas Koperasi, Dinas Perdagangan in Riau province, as well as in city of Pekanbaru. Only a few of them whose products which have trademarks is registered. So according to the law, the product which is not registered by trademark under the law of trademark and indication geographies is not protected by law. That means that whatever they make, they produce the products of IPR, let's say culinary, foods, so many famous foods they make and they are selling to the public. But the foods is not protected by law. And it's our duty as a docent, as a professor, who are conducting the pengabdian pada masyarakat, community service. Let's pay attention to them, to UMKM that's available in every Indonesian corner, in every province, in every cities, in every regency. They need our help to make them more developed and success in their businesses. I think this or forum IDPI is suitable to make UMKM better and better in future. Thank you very much and enjoy our event today. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much for delivering the welcome speech, Prof. And then now we come to the second welcoming speech, which will be delivered by directors of Polytechnic Pariwisata Bali and the advisory boards of ADPI Bali. The Honorable Ibu Dr. Andes Ida Bagus Putu Puja, STMKes. The Zoom floor is yours.
Mic-nya tuh aktif, Bu. Audionya oke, Bu.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, since Ibu Ida is not already here, so we will proceed to the third welcoming speech. It will be delivered by the Vice Rectors of Research and Technology Transfer at Binus University. And before he begins his speech, I'd like to point out that he is a social psychologist and an executive board members of the Indonesian Psychological Association, HIMSI. He is also a BNSP National Professional Certification Agency certified designer and community development facilitators. And yes, we welcome the Honorable Bapak Profesor Dr. Juneman Abraham, SPC, MSE. The Zoom floor is yours.
Thank you, Ibu Santiana. To the Honorable Professor M. Zaim from ADPI, Ibu Martini Muhammad Paham from Kementerian Pariwisata, Associate Professor Muhammad Ridwan, Dr. Yefta Andikus Nugroho, Bapak Ulul Asmi, Dr. Salestina Fokus Mushi, Associate Professor Badrul Hisyah Yahya, Professor Syahrinaldi, and Dr. Ida Bagus Putu Puja. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, good morning. It is a privilege to address you today at this pivotal moment in history where the fusion of technology and humanity is redefining how we connect, innovate, and thrive. Today, we gather to explore a theme that is not just a trend, but a revolution, yeah. Digital communication transformation in the 5.0 society era. Let us journey together through its transformative power, its promises, its pitfalls, and our collective responsibility to shape a future that is both connected and intelligent. Let me share my screen. Okay, sorry, can you see?
Yes,
Yes, Prof.
politically, Prof.
Okay, wait a moment.
Upset.
Okay, maybe the first things, let me begin with a simple truth. That digital communication is no longer about sending emails or scrolling our social media. It is the backbone of a seismic shift in human interactions. Technologies like AI, IoT, 5G, and blockchains are merging our physical and digital worlds, enabling real-time collaboration across continents. Consider telemedicine, for example, saving life in remote villages or smart cities, optimizing energy use through data analytics. But is a connected and intelligent future a buzzword? I think it's not. It is a tangible reality. In Kenya, for example, farmers use AI-powered apps to predict weather patterns. In Estonia, citizens vote online securely. These are not fantasies, they are proof that connectivity and intelligence are reshaping society. So the leaps are boundless, I think. Digital communication erases borders, enabling for example, Cambodian students to learn coding from a Silicon Valley expert. It democratizes innovation. Platforms like GitHub and open source AI tools allow global collaborations on solving crises like climate change. In agriculture, drones and sensors enable precision farming, atau kita sebut pertanian presisif, doubling yields while conserving water. In healthcare, wearable devices predict heart attacks before they strike. Mungkin dari antara ibu bapak ada yang sudah pakai jam tangan pintar yang bisa mendeteksi irama jantung begitu. These are not incremental steps, but they are quantum leaps toward equity and sustainability. Yet, with great powers come great responsibility. Privacy breaches, algorithmic bias, and digital addiction plug our hyper-connected world today. Misinformation spreads faster than facts. A single tweet, or now we can say X tweets, can ignite violence. The digital divide persists, while 70% of Southeast Asia's urban population is online. Rural areas lag behind. But to dismiss digital communication as a problem is short-sighted. The tools might be neutral. It is how we construct and use them that matters. With robust cybersecurity.
Excuse me, Rob. I think your PowerPoint doesn't move or doesn't change with another slide. Maybe you should change into the slideshow mode.
It is moving now or no?
No, still not, Rob.
Okay, I will. How about now?
Yes, it's appeared now. Thank you.
Thank you. So maybe I want to repeat the previous point that with great powers comes great responsibility. Privacy breaches, algorithmic bias, and digital addiction plug our hyper-connected world. Misinformation spreads faster than facts, and a single tweet can ignite violence. The digital divide persists, while 70% of Southeast Asia's urban population is online. but the rural areas lag behind. But to dismiss digital communication as a problem is short-sighted, I think. The tools might be neutral. It is how we construct and use them that matters. With robust cybersecurity, media literacy programs, and ethical AI frameworks, we can turn risk into resilience. Digital communication is not problem. It is the solution waiting for responsible stewardship. Some argue, why worry? Society adapts, but history teaches us that passive adaptation establishes inequality. Without proactive preparation, the gap between the tech-savvy and the marginalized widens. Imagine a farmer excluded from e-commerce platforms or a senior citizen unable to access telehealth. Preparation means investing in digital literacy, affordable infrastructure, bagaimana diadres tadi oleh Prof. M. Zain, and inclusive policies. South Korea Digital New Deal, for example, trains workers in AI and data science. Adaptation is inevitable, but equity is a choice. Southeast Asia is a microcosm of digital transformation's potential and challenges. With more than 400 million internet users, the region leads in mobile-first innovation. Some initiatives exemplify how super apps integrate finance, transport, and healthcare. What can the world learn? Leapfrogging, like skipping landlines for mobile banking. Southeast Asia shows that developing nations need not follow linear path, but this require public-private partnerships to bridge connectivity deserts, a lesson Africa and Latin America are now embracing. How about Indonesia? Digital communication is certainly a double-edged sword. With 221 million internet users, Indonesia is the largest digital market in Southeast Asia. Some startups prove that local innovation can go global, changing the way people transit, work, and interact. However, 40% of rural areas still have difficulty accessing fast internet. Misinformation is everywhere, and micro and small medium enterprises are often left behind in the digital transformation. Still, optimism remains. Collaboration between the government, private sector, and communities, such as the movement of Indonesia Makin Cakap Digital, show that with inclusive policies and mass education, Indonesia can be an example how developing countries can balance technological leaps with equity. Kalau sebagian menyebut kita juga sebagai negara maju ya sekarang ya, ada beberapa kriteria yang sudah terpenuhi Indonesia sebagai negara maju gitu ketimbang negara berkembang. Finally, achieving the Sustainable Development Goals or SDGs demands a multi-helix collaborations. Government must regulate and invest. Companies must innovate ethically. And academia must drive R&D in green technology. Civil society must advocate for inclusivity. I see that in Malaysia, for example, the Penang Science Cluster unites universities, tech firms, and NGOs to mentor startups in sustainable agriculture. In the Philippines, telcos partner with NGOs to bring internet to disaster-prone islands. This is the power of unity. When helix intertwined, progress accelerates. In Indonesia, is the National Digital Literacy Movement Program initiated by Ministry of Communication and Informatics. Sebelumnya disebut Kominfo dan sekarang disebut Komdigi, ya, Menteri Komdigi. This program involved the government as a regulator and facilitator, the private sector that provide infrastructure and platforms, and then academic from various universities that develop curriculum and training models, and local community that become agents of change at the grassroots level. As a result, thousands of UMKM have switched to digital platforms, and the public is increasingly critical of hoax. This proves that multi-helix collaboration is not just a theory, but a real solution to accelerate inclusive digital transformation. As the heart of innovation and agent of change, universities, campuses, both as speakers and audience at this conference have a crucial role, certainly. First, through a digital reality-based curriculum, incorporating AI literacy, cyber ethics, and hybrid collaboration skills into courses is important. Second, by opening living labs in the community, such as training UMKM to optimize e-commerce or research with residents on mitigating disinformation can be done by universities and campuses. Third, by becoming a bridge between policy and practice. For example, helping the government design inclusive regulations or advocating for internet access for remote areas. In this way, campuses not only produce future-ready graduates, but also actively shape the future itself. For the closing remarks, the 5.0 society era is not a distant horizon, it is here. Let us not fear its challenges, but seize its opportunity. Let us build bridges, not walls. Let us ensure that every farmer, student, and citizen from Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, Singapore, Philippines, Pakistan, Tanzania, Egypt, Nigeria, Kosovo, Australia can thrive in this connected, intelligent future. Lecturers who are the members of Indonesian Community Services Lecturers Association or ADPI can contribute to implementing the results of scientific studies so that it can be utilized by wider community through community service, both online and offline. The question is not whether we will adapt, but how. Together, let's choose wisdom, equity, and courage. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor. Now, since we have one last welcoming speech, so I would like to invite Ibu Dr. Andes Ida Bagus Putu Puja, STMCAS. Are you already here, Ibu? Let me check first. I think she's not here. So thank you very much for delivering the welcoming speech, Prof. And ladies and gentlemen, now we go on to the Q&A section, and I will invite Bapak Professor Dr. Saprinaldi to join with us in Q&A Q&A
Yes,
session.
I'm there.
All right. So the audience, I invite you all to deliver the question. You can write down in the chat box, or you can also raise hand virtually, so I can mention you who will deliver the questions. Since there is no question. Oke, sepertinya sudah ada. Tidak ada ya, baik. Since there are still no questions, so I have a question for both of you, Prof. May I? All right. The first for Professor Dr. Saprinaldi.
Yes.
So, you're talking about the small medium enterprise. So, how can small and medium enterprise in Indonesia growth and thrive while ensuring legal certainty? For example, the regulatory compliance, Prof.
Okay.
Thank
you
you.
for the question. It's very difficult question, I think, that I have to answer. I think this problem exists not only in Riau, but also in every corner in Indonesia where the UMKM are existing. Legal status is very important to do our business or to run our business, our campus, our units of campus. The legal standing is number one. By having legal standing for UMKM, for instance, they are producing so many products, goods, and services, and they are selling the products in a shop or online or any other way. But the product have, trademarks, but the trademarks itself is not registered. That means, according to the law, the product is not protected by law. So everyone from outside Indonesia, from foreign countries, may steal it, use it, the trademarks. By this way, it is very difficult for UMKM to develop, to grow up, to become a business entity in a national level or international level. So this is our duty to pay attention for them, to make the trademark registered by helping from the side of the law. There's a law professor, law lecturers to help them register the trademark. And from economic sides, they can help marketing the products from local to national, from national to foreign countries. And also from technologies aspects, they can help by how to use the technology in producing the products. In such a way, the UMKM will grow up and becomes the fundamental of our economy now and in the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prof, for your answer. Very awesome answer. And I have also a question to Professor Dr. Jineman Abraham. May I deliver the
Yes,
question, Prof?
please, silakan.
All right. Since at the last of your presentation, you're talking about the digital addiction and also digital reality-based curriculum. So my question is, how how can a digital reality-based curriculum help young generation or young people to develop responsible digital habits and reduce the risk of digital addiction, Prof?
Yeah, I will answer it in bahasa Indonesia, maybe.
Sure, Prof. Please.
Ya, kurikulum itu sekarang menjadi penting ya, apalagi uh, ada transisi kepemimpinan ya dari Menteri Pendidikan sebelumnya yang mempunyai ke sekarang yang memiliki fokus ya antara lain adalah tadi ya pendidikan digital ya Bapak Ibu ya. Pendidikan digital ini tentu sangat mendasar menurut hemat saya begitu karena untuk memahami dinamika yang terjadi dalam dunia digital itu tidak semua orang tua atau guru itu paham gitu ya karena aktor atau pelaku kan anak-anak muda ya yang digital native ya sebagian dari generasi kita mungkin eh, tidak senatif itu ya kalaupun akrab dengan dunia digital tapi juga misalnya sebagai contoh ya orang main game online game terus menikah di dalam game tersebut ya menikahnya pakai avatar begitu ya nah ini kan juga fenomena yang semarak gitu ya terjadi di dunia digital yang mungkin lepas juga dari pantauan orang tua atau pantauan guru gitu bahwa ada realitas semacam ini yang mungkin juga kita juga kurang bisa pahami maka kurikulum itu menjadi penting untuk disusun oleh mereka yang barangkali engage dengan teman-teman muda kita ini dan eh, bagus-bagus juga mereka yang memang menjadi aktor ya. Kita seringkali menyusun kurikulum dari perspektif luar gitu ya ya dengan keahlian dan teori kita. Tapi barangkali kita juga perlu mengajak anak-anak muda itu juga sebagai penyusun kurikulum. Jadi saya mengajak juga bahwa penyusunan kurikulum digital itu turut melibatkan para pelaku ya yang entah anak-anak kan suka main game juga sebagian anak mungkin juga sudah coba-coba entrepreneurship secara online ya mereka adalah aktor-aktor pelaku-pelaku yang paling tahu persis di bidangnya gitu ya. Sehingga tadi fenomena-fenomena seperti tadi itu kemudian dicoba dibikinkan guidelines atau panduan atau etika gitu ya. Saya ambil contoh sederhana saja misalnya ya interaksi antara guru dan siswa misalnya ya yang kemudian eh, bikin konten bareng gitu ya. Nah, itu kan ada keluhan-keluhan bahwa sebagian guru itu mengambil gambar wajah anak-anak tanpa seizin anak dan orang tuanya ya. Nah, kemudian muncul di Instagram, di TikTok gitu ya, katanya konten aksi nyata dan sebagainya. Tapi itu ada unsur misalnya privacy breach tadi yang saya sampaikan ya, pelanggaran privacy. Setiap anak berhak untuk tidak tampil di media sosial begitu ya. Tapi karena gurunya ini hobi bikin konten atau disebut guru kreator konten, lupa prinsip-prinsip itu. Jadi kurikulum ini sebenarnya mengajak kita semua ya, siswa maupun ekosistem di sekitar siswa ini untuk memikirkan kembali praktek-praktek yang barangkali kita ada semacam apa bukan gagap tapi gegap digital gitu ya gegap gempita digital apa-apa dikontenin apa. Nah, tanpa sadar ada aspek etika privacy dan sebagainya jadi mari kita susun bareng-bareng mungkin ADPI juga salah satu PkM-nya justru menarik untuk menyasar ya penyusunan kurikulum di perguruan tinggi mungkin di entah di Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia dan atau di kampus-kampus lain begitu ya untuk bikin teman-teman kita semakin berdaya secara digital dan bisa menggunakannya secara proper. Saya kira begitu, Ibu Eva.
Baik, terima kasih. Thank you very much, Prof, for delivering the awesome answer and then fruitful information and also new insight. And now, the committee, please help me to deliver tokens of appreciation to the honorable rectors of.
Mohon maaf, Ibu moderator mau bertanya sedikit boleh? Alhamdulillah
Okay.
tadi tadi listriknya padam. Alhamdulillah
All
udah
right.
disolusi, bisa
Yes, please,
pakai.
Ibu Dr. Yosa.
Ya. Terima kasih Ibu Dr. Santiana dari Unsil. Perkenalkan diri dulu. Alhamdulillahirrahmanirrahim. Hari ini diberi kesempatan untuk bisa bertatap muka langsung dengan Prof. Juneman Abraham dari BINUS University dan Prof. Sapilnadi dari rektornya UIR ya Prof ya. Terima kasih banyak. Um, Speaking bahasa ya. Begini Prof, kita langsung aja ke titik poinnya. Saat ini, alhamdulillahirobbilalamin, tolong admin di-share dulu uh, program kita yang 3 tahun ke depan. Kita udah terhubung dengan beberapa uh, link ya di luar negeri, Prof. Gitu. Alhamdulillah juga udah kemarin sama Kemendikbudristek Saintek juga menyambut baik program kita. Kemudian tadi Kemenpar juga udah menghubungi saya secara personal juga langsung dengan Ibu Diahnya. Jadi gini, untuk tahun ini kita akan melaksanakan kegiatan ada 3. Yang pertama itu adalah International Conference di Malaysia itu offline. Insya Allah luarannya itu Scopus akan bekerjasama dengan beberapa jurnal internasional juga. Mungkin nanti minta bantuan kepada Prof. Junaiman sama Prof. Sapinadi nanti mohon arahannya atau bisa menjadi hosting kami gitu untuk memperkuat kita. Kita butuh dukungan dari institusi-institusi hebat seperti BINUS dan UNWIR gitu. Uh, Universitas Islam Riau ya Prof ya. Kemudian yang kedua adalah International Multidisciplinary Community Survey Activities yang dilaksanakan online, yang hari ini kita udah berkabar dari Malaysia, insya Allah dari UPM dan ada juga dari Universitas Kebangsaan Malaysia juga. Kemudian ada UMKM juga di sana. Nanti kita akan langsung visiting lecturer gitu, Prof. Kemudian nanti kita akan mengunjungi beberapa uh, target-target UKM-nya dan kita akan melibatkan dosen-dosen kita di seluruh Indonesia. Gitu. Kemudian ada nanti ada sign MOU juga dengan universitas di Indonesia dengan universitas di Malaysia. Kami mohon arahannya, bantuan dari seperti apa kira-kira kerjasama kita yang bisa kita joinkan kepada uh, Universitas Islam Riau dan BINUS gitu, agar kita bisa jalan bareng ke luar negerinya gitu, Prof. Terima kasih.
Baik. Pak Abraham, Prof. Abraham, saya dulu.
Ya,
Mana?
silakan, Prof.
Baik,
Jafri.
terima kasih Ibu Yosa Novia. Ini saya pengen cerita sedikit pengalaman kami dulu. Kami pernah menjadi tempat bagi UTP, University Teknologi Petronas Malaysia, untuk pengabdian masyarakat internasional mereka. Dan mereka membawa teknologi yang diperuntukkan bagi masyarakat desa yang ada di Riau. Solar cell. Alhamdulillah, masyarakat desa itu sangat senang sekali. Yang sebelumnya masih kurang penerangan, masuknya teknologi hasil PkM kolaborasi Tasam Riau dengan UTP menjadi kebanggaan bagi masyarakat di sana. Ini bukan kali yang pertama. Kali kedua juga mengunjungi desa yang beda lagi dengan pengabdian yang sama. Kemudian masuk dari UITM Perlis, berbuat hal yang sama juga. Dan kami pun di UIR sudah melakukan beberapa kali pengabdian masyarakat internasional ke Malaysia, tepatnya di UUM di Kedah, bekerja sama dengan UUM dan menghadirkan banyak segmen masyarakat, melibatkan banyak multidisiplin ilmu juga. Kemudian dari Jerman juga datang. Kita ajak studennya juga yang datang dari Dortmund, Fachhochschule, dari Bundeswehr University. Kita ajak ke desa Pulau Godang di Kampar tadi. Yang desa ini adalah desa binaan kami, salah satu desa binaan kami, yang menjadi target juga bagi LLDT wilayah 4 Jawa Barat. Tempat pengabdian yang merupakan pilot project bagi pemerintah, kementerian kita, dengan nama KKN Nusantara. menghadirkan banyak kampus, dan ini adalah tahun pertama pada tahun 2024 yang lalu. Semoga akan ada yang kedua, ketiga, seterusnya. Oleh karena itu, jika program-program yang akan dilaksanakan oleh forum ini, asosiasi ini, maka segmennya itu adalah tidak hanya kampus, kita akan meminta nanti pada kampus mitra kita di luar negeri, juga melibatkan pada the real economy. Jadi yang menjadi basis bagi ekonomi seperti UMKM yang ada di Indonesia dan yang ada di Malaysia. Sehingga kita bisa melihat perbedaan dan keunggulan-keunggulan yang mereka miliki di Malaysia untuk kemudian kita terapkan di Indonesia atau dari negara lain boleh saja. Demikian.
Baik, terima kasih. Kemudian kami mengundang dari Prof. Juneman untuk
Iya, Bu Eva, ya kebetulan saya juga menghadirkan di sini rekan kami, mungkin boleh di-invite juga ya Bu Retno Dewanti sebagai Community Empowerment Manager at Binus University. Mungkin boleh cerita Ibu eh, sekadar pengalaman terkait yang disampaikan Bu Yosa mengenai PKM internasional dan kiprah apa kita dan bagaimana potensi kolaborasinya dengan ADPI. Silakan Ibu.
Baik, terima kasih Prof. Terima kasih Bu Eva dan juga Ibu Yosa. Untuk BINUS University terkait dengan international collaboration, tentunya kita mendukung dari sisi kerjasama selama ini. Kami dengan Malaysia tentunya sudah ada dan juga terkait dengan beberapa universitas lain di luar negeri dan terkait dengan uh, pengabdian. Tentunya juga kami support seperti halnya dengan Prof. Safrinaldi tadi, uh, terutama kalau di sekitar Jakarta, kami memfasilitasi untuk Pasar Rawa Belong untuk menjadi arena PKM bersama dengan pihak mitra internasional dan juga support untuk Kementerian Pariwisata, terutama Desa Wisata Rintisan. Untuk desa wisata rintisan, kami support untuk 6 destinasi prioritas yang memang dijadikan lokasi oleh Kementerian Pariwisata. Dan kemudian juga kami mengajak dari universitas-universitas dari luar negeri untuk bersama-sama kontribusi terhadap desa-desa wisata kita. Untuk bulan Mei ini akan hadir dari Filipina 17 volunteer internasional dan juga untuk bulan Agustus itu juga akan hadir dari Jerman dan juga dari Singapura itu Polytechnic University dan ini yang kami akan kolaborasikan di tahun 2025 ini. Untuk 2024 kemarin kami bersama-sama untuk bisa support komunitas terutama juga untuk UMKM dan juga untuk desa wisata dan berharap tadi seperti yang disampaikan oleh Prof. Juneman itu adalah hasil riset yang mampu untuk bisa diterapkan dan memberikan manfaat bagi bangsa dan negara. Itu yang bisa saya sampaikan dan terima kasih atas undangannya untuk join hari ini. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih Ibu.
baik, Ibu, terima kasih banyak. Alhamdulillah ya, join dengan ADPI kita banyak sekali insight dan bergabung dengan orang-orang hebat, institusi-institusi hebat, dan mudah-mudahan kita bisa hebat bersama ya, Ibu Dr. Yasa. Sudah kembali lagi. Ibu, can you hear my voice? Halo, Ibu.
Ya,
Oke.
tadi sempat lag juga karena kendala tadi. Ya, tapi
Nanti kami uh, izin untuk mengkonfirmasi juga menghubungi Prof kembali terkait apa yang akan dilakukan oleh ADPI ke depan ya. Ibu Dokter Yasa, apakah sudah membaik ini internetnya? Alright, I think the internet connection is going well. Please, Ibu.
Ya,
Still
halo.
mute.
Ya, mohon
Yeah.
maaf. Di
Yeah.
sini listriknya padam, mati terus ya internetnya. Ya, untuk saat ini Alhamdulillah nanti rekodnya juga ada. Kita sesuai dengan Ibu Dr. Santena bilang, Insya Allah kita akan menghubungi BINUS dan juga UIR yang kita udah terhubung banyak sekali dosen-dosen dari BINUS sama UIR yang ada di ADPI. Terima kasih atas waktu dan memberikan kami mau bergabung di acara kami. Terima kasih Prof. Ibu
Kasih.
Prof. Retno dan Prof. Safrinaldi beserta Prof. Junaid. Terima kasih banyak.
Terima kasih.
Baik. Terima kasih. Ladies and gentlemen and committee, please help me to deliver the tokens of appreciation to the Honorable Rectors of Universitas Islam Riau and the Vice Rectors of Research and Technology Transfers at BINUS University. Kepada Bapak Profesor Dr. H. Saprinaldi, MSCL, please accept our tokens of appreciation. And the next is to
Thank you.
Bapak Profesor Dr. Junaman Abraham, MSI. And please pin all together, please take a photo session. The committee, please pin the professors. All right. 1, 2, 3. Give the best smile and the best pose. Thank you. Thank you very much, Prof.
Terima kasih.
Thank
Sampai
you.
jumpa lagi.
Yeah.
Prof. Safri, terima
Ya,
kasih.
Prof. Abraham. Terima kasih.
Bapak Ibu ADPI, terima kasih. Ya.
Baik, terima kasih, Prof. Ladies and gentlemen, Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. The opening ceremonies of International Community Service Activities Online Series ADPI PkM OSA Batch 14 with the theme Digital Communication Transformation in the 5.0 Society Era with the theme Embracing a Connected and Intelligent Future, which is held at Universitas Kristen Satya Wacana Sentral Java, Indonesia, in collaboration with Asosiasi Dosen Pengabdian kepada Masyarakat Indonesia, ADPI, Universitas Kristen Satya Wacana, Universitas Jayabaya, STIE Aprin Palembang, IAIKI Indralaya, Stipari Semarang, Universitas Islam Riau, Politeknik Pelayaran Sorong, PT Antoni Teknika Sigmawel, Cipta Talenta Exponential Corporation, and 50 private and state universities spread across Indonesia and abroad has finished. We will now take a short break to prepare for the keynote speaker session. All right, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. On these special days, we have 3 sessions of keynote speaker presentation and 2 plenary speaker presentation. And for the first keynote speaker session, we have 5 great keynote speakers. They are Professor Madya Dr. Sarifah Nur Khadijah Said Ismail from University Putra Malaysia and as Public Relation Officers of ADPI Malaysia. The second one is Professor Dr. Suprapawat Siripapatanakul from Bangkok Thonburi University, Thailand, and as coordinators of ADPI Thailand. Associate Professor Dr. Rabia Wahi from University Malaysia Sarawak. Associate Professor Dr. Irniza Rasdi from University Putra Malaysia, and Dr. Kelvin Lee Ming Yongming from School of Accounting and Finance, Taylor's University, and Deputy Coordinators of ADPI Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, before starting the presentation, I'd like to inform the rules of this keynote speaker session. First, the keynote speaker will have a maximum of 10 minutes for the presentation and 5 minutes for Q&A session. So please manage your time and I will gently remind you if the time is mostly over. Second, Q&A session will be done after the keynote speaker's presentation. Third, every audience can drop the question in the chat box or can directly deliver the question by raising your hand virtually, and I, as moderators, will read the question to be delivered, or I will mention the audience who delivered the question directly. Fourth, every audience is pleased to mute the microphone during the presentation. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, now we move to the next agenda. Please welcome our first keynote speaker, Professor Madya Dr. Saripah Nur Khadijah Said Ismail from University Putra Malaysia and Public Relations Officers of ADPI Malaysia. Without any further ado, please, Professor Dr. Madya Saripah Nur.
Thank you
Okay,
very much,
okay. You can
moderator.
introduce yourself first and then begin the
Okay.
presentation.
All
The
right,
floor
thank
is
you.
yours.
Can you hear my voice clearly, Dr.
Sure,
Eva?
pretty clear and
Thank
loud.
you very much.
Hmm.
Hello, everyone. Assalamualaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good morning.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Afternoon to everyone. Thank you very much, Ms. Moderator, for the introductions. Congratulations for the committee of having this another PkM OSA ADPI batch 14. So I've been with this PkM OSA for like previous for a few years back. And I can see it growing from it's growing from one day to another, 1 year from another. All right, without further ado, I'm going to share with all the delegates today the topics with regards to digital communications. If you are aware with me, I'm always talking about waste management. So I'm always talking about plastic pollutions. And today I'm going to share with all the participants about the digital communications, how it can help in plastic-free future or plastic revolutions. So before that, welcome. We would like to send our regards from University Putra Malaysia to everyone. Welcome on board. So please do visit us in UPM. We are more than happy to accommodate any of your needs. Perhaps you need to further your study or you need to collaborate in research or community networking. Please feel free to contact us so that we can have a discussions. In fact, we have discussed with some of the teams in ADPI for their visitings in few days in this coming February. So, okay, all right, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the topics, the plenary contents about the topics today. So before we start, I'm going to define what is digital communications all about. So we want to see some of the characteristics of it, the benefits of it to us, and what are the digital communication can help in plastic-free solutions. And then we are going to share with you some of the effects of plastic, why is it become a concern to us, and then the way forward, how these digital communications can help us. So before we start further, so we want to define digital communications. So what is digital communications all about? So the one thing when we talk about digital communications, it is about the exchange information. So we are living in the worlds of informations. Information is very important to us. We need all of these informations to make decisions, yeah, perhaps in the community services, in the marketing departments. So we need to understand who is our customers and things like that. So in terms of that, so we need the informations. So what is meant by this exchange of informations? It is done through digital channels, which is from our gadgets, from our smart electronic devices, for example, our computers, smartphones, our other internet-enabled gadgets. And the key characteristics of digital communication, it is instant and global reach, meaning that we can get the informations instantaneously across the globe. So if, for example, I'm from Malaysia, I can get information about Indonesia from my search through the internet. So whatever informations that I can get through the internet. And in terms of data, so we can collect, we can measure the data, we can analyze our data, we can track our data easily. So as I mentioned just now, information is very important. Data helps us in terms of our decision making, in terms of our work. So we really need to have lots of data and things like that. And another thing is connectivity. So nowadays we can connect each other. So we can, from Malaysia, can say hello to Indonesia and our friends in Indonesia. In fact, so this morning I have called our friends in EDPI, Miss Alice, to discuss about their visit to Malaysia soon. So it's actually can be done within just a few minutes and by just a cost-effective methods in terms of connectivity. And then it helps us in terms of innovations and developments. It also helps us in terms of cost efficiency. So we may not have to travel across to Jakarta, for example, to meet the EDPI team. So we can just have a Google Meet meetings or Zoom meeting to discuss our activities and collaboration. So it's very cost effective. And then the digital communications, of course, involve diverse formats. So you can have a text kinds of data, audio, you can listen to a music, you can listen to a live streaming, video calls and things like that. So this has become a very tremendous effects in our life. So these are a few examples of digital communications applications that we use currently. For example, WhatsApp. I guess our friends in Indonesia also use WhatsApp. So it's easily for us to contact each other. Zoom, like what we have today. So this is the platform where we can have a conferencing, meetings and things like that from our rooms. Yeah, so we no need to drive to office or to the university. So it is cost cheaper. Yeah, and also the email services. So whether you are using Gmail, Yahoo, or any other kinds of platforms, so it helps us to send attachments of files. It helps us to send our slides, our data, and things like that. In terms of the benefits, so what are the benefits? It's many, it's tremendous, but I'm going to highlight just a few of them. It enhances the customer experience. It enhances our experience. It makes our life easier. It's more sustainable where we don't need to print paper. It is a paperless community right now. So everything is online. And it also improve our decision making in terms of we have this AI helping us and many more of the data. So how does digital communication lead to plastic revolutions? So before we go deep, so we want to understand why is it plastic become our major concerns. So one of the reason is because we generate a lot of plastic every day. We produce about 380 million tons of plastic worldwide, and it is expected 1.6 million tons of plastic waste produced by us in a day. And with a COVID-19 pandemic, it has increased like double or triple. So what is the problem? So with the plastic is mainly landfill ataupun dilupus di tempat pelupusan sisa. Ya, ditanam di dalam tanah. Jadi when it's landfill, so it creates greenhouse gas emission. It generates the greenhouse gas emissions, for example, carbon dioxide, methane, and many more of the toxic gases. And then these gases, it's actually contributing towards global warming, and at the end of the day, it affects our climates and it causes climate change. So this is what happened in Malaysia currently. We have a massive flood event in Sabah and Sarawak. So all of this area, including Bintulu, one of our campus there, so has been shut down because of this massive impacts of the flooding. So because of one of the reasons because of the climate change. Malaysia is receiving a heavy rainfall currently. Every day is a wet day. So as you can see that it's a very, we need to get ready for any kinds of emergencies, yeah? So disasters happen and things like that. And then this plastic is dumped carelessly on land, rivers, and oceans, and it also threatens the marine life. Apart from that, we are talking also how this plastic becomes effects to our health. So the chemicals in the plastic actually can cause effects to our health. It can be a hormone disruptor, it linked to cancer, it can cause problems in fertility, and there are so many other kinds of health effects that it can produce. So in terms of how digital communication can help in terms of plastic-free future, as what we are currently talking, we are always talking about sustainable development goals. So this is one to support the missions in order to provide a safe environment for our future. So one of the example of digital communication in plastic revolution is the digital West Bank. So I guess in Indonesia, it is not real, it's a common thing for West Bank. So people will bring the plastics and change it with money. So this is with digital communications, we can transform it to be a digital token. So they can just collect points from the phones, yeah, and then they can just change the token with foods, or we can pay for this, or if it's in Malaysia, we have this touch and go card. We can just pay the toll. We can just buy our water from the grocery stores and many more of the functions. So it can be a digital token right now instead of a physical money. And another thing of example of digitalization of communication digitals is the ocean cleanups through AI, artificial intelligence. So if you still remember in our previous slide, it talks about data. So this communication digitals helps us in terms of to gather the informations, throughout the journey or throughout, so that we can predict what will happen, how many ways that we can collect, and many more. And another thing is these digital communications help us in terms of to produce smart waste bin. So when the bin has been full with garbage or waste, it can ring us, it can give us notifications. We can just ring the service provider to come and collect the waste. So we can track how much waste that we produce, how much waste that we recycle, and things like that. And then we can share this information through the digital communications. And another thing is the 3D printing, where we can transform our plastic into something else, which is we can sell it for new things. It can be transformed to a better things than sell it to the publics. Another thing that digital communication helps is in terms of to produce the eco-friendly packaging. So we are not currently depending on plastic anymore. So it has been shifted to a plant-based packaging materials. It also has using bamboo or other mushrooms, potato starch to produce the packaging. And it also has services like returnable and reusable packing, where you can just collect back your boxes, so they can collect for you, and they can give you some token or can give you some coupon or some money for that. And paper use for cosmetic is another innovations that is coming through digital communications. And another thing is eco-friendly plastic. So we have this bioplastic, compostable plastic, and biodegradable plastic. And another thing that is very interesting is this digital communication helps the upcycling and repurpose industry. For example, you have a nice furniture, and then they will refurbish your furniture, and they will upscale it to something that unique and very expensive, and then they can sell it. And they can just, upload all these pictures, all these materials in the TikTok, in this social media, and they will just communicate with other people's, this is the things that we have. If you're interested, please come and contact us to buy from us, and things like that. So this digital communication again helps this industry to grow, and this industry is meant to reduce the burden of the environment. It will refurbish our plastic, it will reduce the impact to the environment. So what are the benefits and the challenges in terms of the communications digitalizations to the plastic revolutions? Of course, when we are talking about the challenges, one of it is the technical hurdles, meaning that we are dealing with innovation, technologies, processes, collaborations. We need to collaborate with lots of people, with lots of industries. However, in order for us to collaborate, all of us need to have in the same wavelength and have a same objective in order to produce less plastic environment, so that it can be happen. And another thing is to incorporate that spirit into the culture of the organization. So it needs to be a holistic approach. The culture needs to be shaped. For example, instead of buying plastic bag, you can bring your own bag when you are shopping, or perhaps you can bring your own water bottles to drinks, no need to depend on mineral water bottles. So that is the culture shift in our life. And another thing is to incorporate whatever that we are trying to achieve into the policies and master plans of the government. So these government agencies need to be responsible enough to come up with policies and regulations so that to make sure all of these industries, all of these innovators, all of us, including community, to practice or to reduce the usage of the plastic through digital communications. So yeah, I have come to the end of my presentations. So before I leave, these are some take-home messages that perhaps the delegates can take from this presentation. The first thing is digital communication give positive impact for the free plastic future. And it also, plastic has a significant impact to the environment. So it is our responsibility to reduce the impacts of it to our health. And the way forward in the plastic revolutions, of course, we have to use the digital communications and enhance the usage in order to help reduce the usage of plastics. Before I leave, I would like to leave everyone with this native proverb. We do not inherit the earth from our ancestors, but we borrow it from our children. So it is our responsibility to return it to our children in a better way. So that's all from me. Thank you very much for your time and attention.
Thank
Back
you
to
very
you.
much, Prof. You
Thank you.
always awesome when delivering the great insight and also the fruitful information. The audience, please give her applause. Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now we come up to the Q&A session. I will read the question from the chat box and look for the audience who have already raised their hand virtually here. Okay, I have a question. Right. Can you provide examples of successful digital initiative that help reduce plastics use in specific communities or your countries or in your countries?
Okay, thank you, Miss
Okay.
Dr. Eva, for the question. Thank you,
Mhm.
Ellie, for the questions. It's
Right.
very good questions. So from my country, we have this digital West Bank, which has been promoted as they have built an apps in our phone. So they have a specific apps. It's actually that put in the phone. They can just sell it. They can just, if they want to sell the items of the plastic, they can collect. And then once it has reached some capacity, they can just give the informations to the service provider through the phone apps, and then they will come and collect for you. That is one thing that we have. And another thing is we have like Petronas. Our friends in Indonesia familiar with Petronas, it is one of our big petroleum company. Yeah. So they also working with our waste collector provider like Alam Flora Sdn Bhd. So they have provide like token. When people bring the plastics items, they can get some tokens. They can collect it at point as a points, and then they can buy fuel, ya minyak. Dia boleh isi benzin. Ataupun boleh beli minuman atau makanan from the Petronas shops or any other shops. So they can just use that token in the apps to buy something. So it's much easier rather than physical money. So this is some of the example that we have at present in Malaysia.
All
Thank you
right.
very much, Miss Eva.
Thank you, Prof. All right. Is there any questions? I still looking for the another questions. If this not ready, I have a okay. Yeah,
Hello.
Ibu Dr. Yosa. Yes, please. You can
Thank you,
deliver
Bu
the
Dr.
question
Santiana.
directly. All right, thank
Yeah,
you.
hello sis. How are you? Nice to see you again, right?
Nice to see you, Ibu Yosa. Apa
Iya,
kabar?
alhamdulillah sehat. Profnya alhamdulillah sehat, makin cantik aja
Alhamdulillah,
ya.
makin cantik ya, ke ibu-ibu di sana.
Sama-sama, Prof. Ya, kita ketemu lagi ya nanti di Malaysia ya.
Insya Allah, sangat tidak sabar nih.
Iya, ke si ya, iya Bu Dokter Santiana juga nanti kita ketemu di Malaysia dengan Profnya. Iya, Prof. Terima kasih atas waktunya. Speaking bahasa, boleh ya?
Boleh,
Oh, ya.
boleh.
Begini, Prof. tadi kita tertarik banget ya dengan pengabdian masyarakat yang Prof. share. Sebelumnya juga apa PKM usaha sebelumnya juga kami juga excited banget gitu ya. Jadi ini kan kita beragam multidisciplinary nih Prof yang mau hadir nanti Insya Allah PKM offline di Malaysia ini. Eh, jadi kalau yang tadi Prof share kan itu tentang kesehatan lingkungan ya.
Iya,
Kalau kita
betul.
yang sosial seperti kita nih, Dokter Santiana, Yosa dan teman-teman lain kan dari sosial humaniora misal dari ekonomi
Oh.
misalnya itu eh, kita diarahkan kemana gitu.
Bisa aja sebab kita juga ada fakultas ekonomi dan pelbagai juga fakultas lain yang kita boleh arahkan. Nanti boleh diketemukan dengan bapa-bapa di sini,
Hmm,
dosen-dosennya ya.
ya.
Mungkin nanti diluaskan lagi networkingnya bersama dengan fakultas yang lain. Jangan bimbang, nanti kita boleh bantu untuk arrange bersama dengan fakultas yang lain juga bila nanti kedatangan Ibu Yosak dan tim ke Malaysia.
Ya, insya Allah kita akan ke sana akhir bulan ini ramai-ramai.
Iya,
Insya Allah sign MOU ya dengan UPM,
iya, ya
spesialnya dengan Profesor Rifa.
boleh. Nanti kita usahakan mungkin LOA dulu,
Ha-ha.
kemudian kemungkinan langkah seterusnya baru MOU dan MOA seterusnya gitu.
Iya,
Ah,
baik
ya,
Prof. Terima kasih banyak Prof. Sukses selalu. Terima kasih Ibu
Amin.
Dr. Santiana.
Baik,
Terima
terima
kasih.
kasih Bu Dr. Yosa. Alright, Prof. I would like to deliver the question. Only one question. Is it possible?
boleh, boleh. Silakan,
Okay.
doktor.
So it's really interesting that Malaysian government is really what's that strict to make a kinds of policy maker. So how can the governments and policymaker support the transition toward wider use of eco-friendly plastic, Prof?
Thank you very much, Dr. Eva. Actually, it is a very hard work. It's not easy. Even Malaysia is not successful yet. There are a lot of challenges, especially to work together between the industries, the government agencies. Even though the government agencies can provide laws and regulations, but implementations of the law is also a problem in our country. So we also have some difficulties. But again, the most important thing is we have the same spirit to make sure our nation is clean and also healthy. So that is the biggest, I guess, the big important things, the spirit that they have in our government and also, I guess, in Indonesia as well and other countries as well. So if we have this spirit, so we can work together and try to manage the challenge. Maybe we are not be able to success 100% now, but maybe we can improve from time to time. Perhaps maybe it can improve by 10% a year. Malaysia is currently moving and we are trying to be more strict. We polish our policies, we improve the regulation from time to time. Even though it's not fully successful yet, but it's moving towards somewhere which to protect the environment. I hope that is answer your question, Dr. Eva.
Pretty clear, Prof. Thank you very much. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, now we would like to deliver our tokens of appreciation to our first keynote speaker, Professor Madya Dr. Saripah Nur Khadijah Said Ismail from University Putra Malaysia and as Public Relations Officers of ADPI Malaysia. Please receive our token of appreciation, Prof. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, because in earlier session, Ibu Dr. Ida had trouble connecting and was only be able to join now. So for that reason, now we welcome the rectors of Polytechnic Pariwisata Bali and the advisory board of ADPI Bali to deliver welcoming speech. The Honorable Ibu Dr. Andes Ida Bagus Putu Puja STM CAS, the Zoom doors is yours. Are you already here, Ibu? Oh, I'm sorry, Bapak Ida. Okay. I'm so sorry for that.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, please,
Ladies
Bapak.
and gentlemen, on behalf of Bali Tourism Polytechnic, I would like thank you, yeah, for your invites in conference today. I hope this conference good achievement for all institution, yeah, and can accept the all institution. Yeah, thank you very much. Oh, once again, thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for delivering the
Yeah.
welcoming speech, Bapak.
Yeah.
And now,
Yeah.
Dr. Andes Ida Bagus Putu Puja, STM Kes.
Yeah. Belum ya? Okay, thank you very much for your time. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Bali Tourism Polytechnics, I say thank you for your invite in this conference. This conference, I think, good idea to invite the plan, yeah, and this safe and the clean, yeah, and health. Yeah. I hope this conference can accept and provide the institution in Indonesia and Malaysia. Once again, thank you very much for your invite. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Bapak. The committee, please help me to deliver token appreciation to Bapak Dr. Andes Ida Bagus Putu Puja. The committee, would you please? All right. Bapak, please receive our appreciation to you. Thank you very much
Thank you very much.
for joining in our event. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for the next agenda, let's invite our second keynote speaker, Professor Dr. Supraprawat Siripatanaku, or we call it Dr. Ake, from Bangkok, Thonburi University, Thailand. And he is also as the coordinator of ADPI Thailand. Dr. Ake, are you already here? I do think he had a trouble connection, I think. So we would move to the next keynote speaker, which is Associate Professor Dr. Rapea Waki from University Malaysia Sarawak and as Country Secretary of ADPI Malaysia. The professor, are you already here? Still waiting for. Oh, all right. Just being informed that the Professor Dr. Rapea Wahi cannot be joining us because some reasons. So, well, we will move to the next keynote speakers, which is Associate Professor Dr. Irniza Rasdi. Are you already here?
Yes, yes.
All right. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next keynote speaker, Associate Professor Dr. Irniza Rasdi from University Putra Malaysia. The Zoom floor is yours.
Thank you, Dr. Eva.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good afternoon.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Yeah. Thank you for having me this afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, just share my slide for
Sure.
today.
You can also kindly start by introducing yourself,
Okay.
Prof. All right.
All right. I'm Associate Professor Niza Binti Rasti. I'm a colleague of Dr. Sharifah, who have just presented just now. But my expertise in occupational psychological and health and mental health and well-being. So I am an academician in University Putra Malaysia. Graduated from Australia, and I've been doing a lot of research basically on psychosocial hazards. And I'm also attached to the Malaysian government on managing the mental health for Malaysian workers, particularly, and also, yeah, providing the guidelines and amending the regulations and so on. Everything is about mental health and well-being of the workers. Right? So, yeah, this is just a glance through of my biography. Okay, right. We will talk about today is about digital communication. Okay, right. All right. All right. It is not I will not only talk about the benefits, right, and the goodness of the digitalizations. Let's look at the what can I say? It is negative sides of it, and what we can do to prevent it, to prevent mental health consequences from the digital communications. Right? First of all, I would like to introduce to you about what is mental health, because many people are a bit confused the meaning of mental health. So I just start with the definition given by the WHO. A person who are mentally healthy is a person who realize his own or her own potentials. That means he knows what he's going to do. He knows what is ambitions. He knows what he's going to achieve in the future. And the individual of mentally healthy person can cope with the normal stress of life. Normal stress here it doesn't mean that the stress like extreme stress. Extreme stress includes the loss of the loved ones, maybe the war, the disaster. That is classified as the extreme stress. The stress that I mentioned here is like the daily stress, like heavy workloads, traffic jam, have dispute with our colleagues, maybe dispute with our husbands or wife. So that is normal stress. So an individual who are mentally healthy can cope with this stress. Right? And then the third characteristic of those who are mentally healthy is those who can work productively and fruitfully. That means they can functioning everyday life. They can do the chores for everyday life like normal. So that means when they go to work, they can perform. And the last one is a person who is able to make contribution to her community. That means mentally healthy person um besides working, taking care of their family, he or she can also contribute to the community, like what, for example, what we are doing right now, right? So yeah, and taking concern about neighbors, concern about passerbys and every people surrounding him. So we need to have these four sets of four
points of characteristic for us to be able to declare that we are mentally healthy, right? So these are among my research for the past 10 years, and it evolves from the uh, trying to understand the stress and mental health well-beings of the workers, like this one, how healthcare workers, police officers, manufacturing workers, laboratory workers, and then it's moving towards the end now, the era of digitalizations. We are moving towards occupations that related to digital communication, or IR 5.0. For example, the gig economy that involved with the e-hailing, p-hailing, right? And then, like for example, now we can just order our food through using apps, or maybe using websites. So yeah, and all of those, actually, the changes of the way we work actually also affect our mental health and well-being. So let's look at the results of my research at the end of this presentation. Right? So we need to know that mental health issues is not attributed to single factors. There are multiple factors. Yeah? For example, genetic, biological, chemistry, environmental, and psychological factors. So that therefore, when we talk about mental health, we need to take into account the personality of a person as well. On top of the what happens in the surrounding, also, including the digitalizations and the technology we use nowadays. And the most important thing is the coping skills, how we cope with the stress, how we cope with the changing of the technology that we use in our place, how we cope with the um, you know um, globalizations due to the digitalization. That means maybe for example, I do a research with people from United States of America. The time difference is big. It's quite almost 14 hours. So that means if I want to do a meeting with them, I have to work up very early at 6 o'clock, or maybe I have to stay up late, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. So to be able for me to communicate with the people from the United States of America. And these things actually put a great change in our working life. And if you do not carefully manage it, it become factors to affect our mental health because of the of the imbalance of the work and life. Mhm. And just now I mentioned about mental health, the definition of mental health, and then we look at the factors of mental health. We call it as psychosocial hazards. For example, in occupational, because my research is all about occupational health and safety. In occupational, um, we call the factors that affects our health, we call it hazards. For example, if the extreme temperature, it can it cause heat stroke. So the extreme temperature, we call it as hazards. So anything that affect the health and well-being, we classify it as the occupational hazards. So in the context of psychosocial also, um, we call it as psychosocial hazard. That means the factors, the hazards that affect, that influence the mental health and well-being of the workers. So what is psychosocial hazard? Is the interaction among job contents, work organization and management and other environmental and organizational conditions on one hand and the employee's competency and needs on the other. So that means basically it's talking about everything in the workplace that competes with the competency and needs of the workers. So I give you an example. There is a new machine coming, imported and installed in a workplace, and then the machine is very modern machines, and of course it have the features of AI features, digitals, and high levels of digitalization of the machines. And will be challenging if the workers that handle the machines do not have enough training or skills related to the handling of the machines. Um, um, we must remember that the workers in our workplace comes from different levels. There are people with high educations, there are people with moderate education, and there are people with low education level. Some of them can't even read and write. So it is very challenging for these workers to understand the instructions and all and understand all the safety features related to the handling of the machines. And on top of that, we also need to consider that for example, in Malaysia, we have many foreign workers, many workers from other countries. For example, we have many workers from Indonesia, we have workers from Thailand, Nepal, Bangladesh, um, India, Vietnamese, and all these workers, they have different language. Even Indonesia, although we use the same bahasa Melayu, but then of course we realize that we also have difficulties in understanding each other, Malaysian and Indonesia, because of the difference of some of the terms, some of the words that we use are different. So it's even more difficult for Vietnamese, Bangladesh, Nepal, because the language is very different. Even the writing, the way they write is very different. So it gives a big challenge for for the companies with the arrival of new machineries, with new technology, and there is it is a big challenge for us to make all of the workers understand, especially on the safety measures. So if we do not carefully look at this thing, it can be the major it can be the factors of the occupational accidents. For example, there are Malaysia are having cases of occupational accident. Some workers lost their hands because of being cut by the machines. Um, yeah, there are many accidents. Some of the accident can lead to fatal, especially on the construction area. Whereby the construction area, people are gradually moving towards the digitalizations, because nowadays for constructing a house, constructing a building, uh, we just need a few days to construct a few houses, right? And not for like long time ago, we need few months and even years to construct a building. Now with the digitalization, with the AI technology, with the high impact technology, yeah, we can finish buildings within days. Mm. Like they make the building like Lego, playing Lego. Everything is being completed at the factory, and they just bring the spare part in the construction area, and they just organize it like playing Lego. So without careful or without efficient way of communications and training, it can give a lot of um, problems, especially on the health and well-being. Of course, we don't want any of our workers to be, died or fatal because of these discrepancies in communications and in technology. Right? So these are my studies for the last 10 years. You can see that these are among the common psychosocial hazards. Well, work demands, low social decision latitude, role ambiguity, role conflicts, lack of social support, unclear social support, job insecurity, work, and the latest one is work-life balance due to our engagement, our heavy engagements towards the digitalization and social media use. So these eight factors, psychosocial hazard that I found in my studies throughout different types of industries or and including the governmental agencies, they are actually in line with the list of hazards listed by the ILO, international level organizations, and also the ISO, international standards organizations. And I believe that these same hazards are also prevalent in Indonesia. Because the pattern is similar across different countries. So, how much time more? How many minutes more that I have? All right.
Yes,
So,
please going on.
yeah, okay.
Mhm.
And then this one is also another challenge because of the digitalization that relates to psychology, internet addiction, cyber insecurity and bullying, ambiguous boundary between personal life and work life, and also lack of socializations. Mm. Right. I think you and I also, at times, even I'm, considered as elderly, I mean, all worker, all adults, but I'm also have difficulty struggling of the internet addiction. For example, I wish to just go through the TikTok for only 10 minutes, but I end up being engaged with the TikTok for another 1 hour and 1 hour and a half. So it's a kind of addictions also not only experienced by young generation but also experienced by the older generations. Mm. And then there are a lot increasing cases of cyber insecurity and cyberbullying happen in Malaysia. And I believe it also consistent with other countries as well. And also this one I've just mentioned before, there is less boundary between personal life and work life because online meeting, um, online systems and web system and also on. And then we are having now problem with the lack of socializations because we are engaged so much on the usage of the digitalizations and communication. And oops, not okay. All right. This is findings from other countries. Uh, yeah, they have problems in India. Higher 80% have chronic internet addictions. Higher in males, higher in, of course, in younger generations. And then there is symptoms of fear of missing out. Other people talking about the latest maybe trend in TikTok, and that is especially teenagers or maybe adults also, they have a fear of missing out. That means left out. Or so as a result, they continuously want to look at the social medias to prevent themselves from missing out. I mean, being left out from what is viral, what in this moment, right? And looking into the Malaysian context, one out of four Malaysian students claimed to be cyberbullied, and Malaysia is sixth worst of cyberbullying out of 28 countries in the world. So it become a serious problem now. There are more and more victims of the cyberbullying and bullying, uh, cyber insecurity. And we have increasing cases of the scammers. Many people, including the elderly, becomes the victims of the scam, money scam, love scam events from the internet events, because we have access to people from all around the world, and they because of the globalizations, people are more and more, easy to move from one country to another countries. And Malaysia have received a lot of tourisms, a lot of the expatriates, a lot of the workers from foreign countries. And yes, of course, large percentage of them are good people, but then we have difficulties, like small percentage of them also are not a good people, are not good people. They are maybe criminals. Also, they come to Malaysia and doing the scammers, including the love scammers. Mm, More and
Excuse
more.
me,
Sorry?
Prof.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
But I will conclude
Okay. All
my.
right.
Okay. So and then because of that, right? So Malaysia have in 2022 until now, Malaysia government have amended several of our regulations. That means, for example, Occupation Safety and Health Act 1994, there is amendment in 2022. There's a lot. There is almost 10 latest amendments for our regulations to accommodate the changes in the digitalization on communication and technology, the use of technology. And we have the latest one, Communication and Multimedia Act 1998, Amendment 2024. Well, actually, it's very recent, in December 2024, is to protect our workers and also our populations from being the victims of the crime. We call it as digital crimes, or yeah, internet, yeah, multimedia crimes.
Oh,
So yeah, I think that's all from me. Yeah, yeah. I open for the question and answer. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Mhm.
Esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, we will now um
Sorry.
ask that we'll thank you to our professor for sharing this valuable information and insightful perspective with us. Okay, now we will to proceed the question and answer session. I will read the question from the chat box, or I looking for the audience who have already raised hand virtually to deliver the question. Okay, I found one question. All right. About the current phenomenon regarding Gen Z's work principles, particularly the concept or work-life balance. In your opinion, Prof, how does this approach impact psychological well-being? Okay.
Okay. Thank you for the questions. Yeah, this is very interesting. issues nowadays because of the conflict between Gen Z, yeah, and Gen X and Y. And yeah, the good things I want to talk about good things first. The good things about Gen Z is they are very well, informed because they can, find information in the internet and, all the AI things and so on. Yeah? So when we talk about the rights, especially on the regulations and act of, they know actually what is their right. They clearly know what exactly their right as workers, as a student, and so on. So it's good actually for them because yeah, it will prevent them from getting the consequences of the work overload and so on, the mental health problems. Yeah? And all right, the negative, I'm not saying that bad things, but the negative side of it is um because we have Gen X and Y who are still struggling with the technology and we who are still abide by the old culture of working. We are more abiding, law abiding, right? So we are, we have the conflict with them in terms of the lack of understanding and lack of different expectations. For example, we expect them to stay because the work hasn't finished yet. So we expect them to stay at least at 6 o'clock just to make sure that the work is completed. But then they are very brave to say that, no, I work only at 5 o'clock. So I have to go back to maintain my work-life balance. So that's how what Z is acting. So this one is that is, yeah, of course, there is pro and cons actually. So we do not need to look it at, negatively. We should look forward how to balance between the Gen Z and then X and Y. And yeah, that's all.
So, so what strategies can individual adopt to maintain good mental health in an increasingly digital world, Prof? Then
The Gen Z.
yes,
Sorry,
what the strategies can the Gen Z adopt to maintain good health, good mental health, and
okay.
yeah.
So we need to introduce the we call it as detox, digitalization. So that means we need to introduce like detox means that we put the limits of how many hours we need to be engaged with the internet and digitalizations, and we need to increase the awareness to back to the old time will be uh increase the awareness on the importance of social interaction. I mean social here, physical, social, real life social interactions. Yeah.
Keep in touch in the
Yes,
social
keep in
world.
touch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need
All
to,
right.
yeah. That means that awareness programs need to, and the research needs to look at this, uh, how to increase that kind of awareness. I mean, detox,
All right.
digitalization detox.
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Prof. Again.
Okay.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, now we would like to express our tokens of appreciation to the keynote speaker, Associate Professor Dr. Irniza Rasdi from University Putra Malaysia and Program Coordinators of ADPI Malaysia. The committee, please. Please receive our token of appreciation, Prof.
Thank
Thank you very
you.
much being here again and again. Ladies and gentlemen, let us proceed to our last keynote speaker, Dr. Kelvin Lee Yong Min from the Schools of Accounting and Finance, Taylor University, and he is as a Deputy Coordinator of ADPI Malaysia. Doctor, you are already here?
Yes.
All right. You can also introduce yourself first before your presentation. Your presentation time is limited to 10 minutes, followed by 5-minute Q&A session. The Zoom floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Eva. Okay, right. So, hi everyone. Very good afternoon. My name is Kelvin from Taylor's University. So today I'm here to share a little bit of my opinions, okay, about this digital communication transformation in the 5.0 society era or society 5.0 era. So I'm going to focus more on its impact on the finance side, actually. Okay, so it's actually good to talk about this because we are currently living in an era where technology is not just a tools, but it's an integrated part of our daily life already. Okay, and Society 5.0 is not about replacing human with machine, but it's about using technology, okay, to enhance the human capability and create a more inclusive and intelligent society. So in this transformation, the digital communication is actually at the heart of everything, from the way we interact, conduct the business, and manage finance, to how we receive and analyze the information. Okay, so without further ado, let me start with the very first slide here to try to understand what is actually Social 5.0, okay, is. Okay, so Social 5.0 is actually a human-centered, technologies-driven society where
Okay.
the artificial intelligence, okay, the Internet of Things, IoT, and the big data comes together to solve the social and economic issues. So unlike Social 4.0, which focus mainly on the digital transformation, the Social 5.0 goes beyond integrating the digital solutions into our everyday life or our daily life to improve human beings lifestyles or wealth beings. Okay, so in finance, okay,
Excuse me, doctor.
yeah.
May you use your PowerPoint into slideshow?
Oh, sure, no problem.
Okay.
Okay, I'm so sorry for that. Okay, so of course, in finance, okay, this shift has led to significant changes. For example, we can see nowadays we have the AI, okay, powered financial advisory. Okay, if I need some financial advice, we can actually ask AI chatbots and so on. So in Malaysia, we do have these robo advisors, okay, which is the states away platform in Malaysia. And we also have this blockchain and digital payment nowadays in Malaysia as well, which is Duit Now, e-wallet like Touch and Go and so on. Okay, other than that, we do have also these real-time financial decisions methods, okay, which is the AI-driven investment tools. The AI can help us to make an investment decision immediately after we give them some instructions. Okay, so this is why when we live in a society 5.0, we don't need to spend so much time in analyzing 100 pages of the financial statement just to come to a conclusion, but we can actually fully utilize AI to increase, okay, our efficiencies and so on when it comes to analysis. Yeah. Okay. So next, let's move on to the how digital transformation is reshaping the financials, communications, or the transformations over here. So of course, we do have a real time transactions, additions, makings from time to time when we're talking about investment. Okay. So previously, okay, as what I mentioned just now, financial reports is actually prepared quarterly for us to make the decisions. But nowadays, AI and big data allow the financial professional or maybe the individual to analyze the real-time transactions, the spot trends, and make faster and data-driven decisions. Okay, so now the only things that we have to actually worry about would be the cybersecurity. So whether the cybersecurity is can be trusted or not. Okay. So this is actually very important. So that's why we have our central banks also step into these issues. They also come up with certain policies and they actually have a strict policy and require all the financial institutions to follow certain rules, okay, to enhance the overall cyber security so that all the user can be secured, okay, for all the financial transaction here, because nowadays there's a lot of scam going around. Okay, it's not only in Malaysia but basically the whole world. Okay, so this is something that we need to look into and make sure that we need to do our part, okay, to enhance this cybersecurity. So how was the Malaysia progress, or I would say progress in this digital finance? Yeah. Okay. So of course, Bank Negara Malaysia come up with this financial sector blueprint. Okay, and then they promoting the digital bank and also financial inclusions. Okay, Malaysia also have their own, have our own digital banks already. Okay, which allowed us to deposit and also borrowing the money, just like a normal bank. Okay, and then there's another things that we have to mention here is, whenever the technology getting more and more advanced, we need a more and more, I would say, faster connections, okay, a more efficient connection. So that's why we have 5G integrations and so on. Because last time we don't need so much things, 4G is enough. But now when things become more and more, we need 5G, right? So 5G integration is very important. You can actually create a faster and more efficient financial transactions, or the ecosystems actually. So what would be the future trend? Okay, if we're looking into this future trend, of course, now everyone is talking about AI. Okay, AI is the one that we can't run away, but we need to think how can AI can helping us, okay, to make a smarter decision, better decision when it comes to doing this investment. Yeah. Okay, so over here, I would say for conclusion, Society 5.0 here is actually transform, okay, the digital communications in finance. Yeah. So basically, we have to understand that Social 5.0 here is not only about AI, but it's also about IoT, blockchain, and all the things that we hear before. Okay, we combine together, and remember, we need to fully utilize these technology tools to enhance our investment decisions making. Okay, so however, for Malaysia, there's a chance to lead in digital financial transformations, making this banking, investment, and also the transactions more inclusive, efficient, and secure. Okay, so last but not least, okay, not only in Malaysia but also Indonesia and other part of the world, let's embrace, these futures with confidence, with and innovations. I think that's it from my side. Thank you very much, Dr. Eva. Over to you.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Calvin Lee, for sharing this vital knowledge with us. Please applaud him, audience. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, now we go on to the Q&A session, and I will read the question from the chat box while looking for the audience members who have already raised hand virtually here. Okay, since I didn't see anybody who raised their hand, so I have a question to you, Doctor.
Sure.
Okay, so what are the biggest challenges in ensuring security and privacy in the digital financial communication?
Very, very good questions, actually. When it comes to this, I would say that it's not only about financial institutions, okay? Uh, we ourselves, we as a user, we also need to have all this kind of awareness. Um, you know, if institutions, the financial institution, they enhance all the system things and so on, but we as a user, we don't really care about, we don't really be careful with all the scam and so on. I would say that it wouldn't be success also. So in order to make everything to be secure and everything to be safer in the future, because we're going to getting more and more advanced, right? So the only things that we can do is, or the only things that we can encourage the financial institution to do is to organize more campaign, okay, to increase the awareness of the citizen, okay, so that they know, okay, this kind of things we need to avoid, this kind of scam we need to avoid. So we try to educate them the way to identify the latest trend of scam and so on, because scam, they also keep on evolving. The way that the scam people is keep on evolving. So financial institution here, they play a very important role in this educating peoples. So I think we as a people, we also need to be, we also have to be aggressive, always attend this kind of campaign or seminars to workshop to actually enhance our awareness as well. Yeah, this is my opinion. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Felvin, for your answer. This is very awesome answer. Now, we would like to deliver our tokens of appreciation to you as our keynote speakers. Please, the committee, help me to give the token of appreciation to Dr. Calvin Lee Yongmin from Schools of Accounting and Finance, Taylor University, and as Deputy Coordinators of ADPI Malaysia. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Thank
All right.
you.
All right. Esteemed guests, Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. We are pleased to announce that the first sessions of keynote speaker presentation has been successfully completed. And I, as the moderators, would like to say that apologize to do some due to some technical issues, some technical problem with the previous Zoom link. So we have replaced it with a new link for the afternoon sessions until the event concludes. This change will take effect after the first keynote speaker sessions or after the break at 12:45 p.m. So please kindly rejoin by using